Looking for a great place to meet friends, family, eat awesome wings, and watch the big game? Remember Cluckers, where it's always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded food and appetizers to order, including chicken salads, sandwiches, burgers, and quesadillas. Visit Cluckers in New Albany, Shepherdsville, and the new location in Valley Station.
Hey, this is General Manager Troy Miles here at the Big X. If you're in the roofing business, plumbing, window company, luxury cars and trucks, hormone replacement, if you're into recruiting or wealth management, I have something to talk to you about. The audience at WXVW is men with money, the guys who make decisions and spend big. And we've got an opening for category exclusive advertising. That means when you partner with us, you're the only game in town. At the Big X, we specialize in taking little guys and turn them into the big guys. No fluff, no waste, just smart advertising that works. We've done it before, and we're ready to do it with you. But spots are limited. Call me today at 502-259-8085. That's 502-259-8085.
Experience Ivy Tech from the comfort of your own home. Check out Ivy Experience, an all-in-one platform that allows you to explore our beautiful campus, diverse programs, and helpful resources. You can visit experiencesellersburg.ivytech.edu to start your experience and apply for free today. Visit experiencesellersburg.ivytech.edu today.
I'm Kathy Binkaman. Over the holiday, there was an attempted fraud attack. My personal banker, Mary Rose, and I networked together, and the first thing that I thought of was I have to text her. And it was just within the next few minutes, there was an entire team that came together collectively. And that's just not the type of service that you typically get from your bank.
That's Kathy's story. Now let's get to work on yours. Republic Bank. Time to thrive. Member FDIC.
Spice up your office parties and home get-togethers with Salsarita's Fresh Mexican Grill. Enjoy real, fresh food, including their famous craveable queso and chips. Catering is available for delivery, setup, or pickup. Call now. Salsaritas.
Check the back seat.
All right, come here.
Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I spend my days teaching fifth graders that big things are built one step at a time.
And at home, we're living that lesson. I'm Kevin Miles.
I'm Rachel, wife, teacher, and we're getting ready to welcome our baby boy.
We can't wait. We're practicing being big siblings.
Crosspace Medic is our family business, built on one simple belief. Your home should feel safe, comfortable, and healthy for the people you love most.
Crosspace Medic, a healthy home starts from the ground up. You can find us at crosspacemedic.com.
Louisville's longest-running pro sports team is back. Louisville Bats Baseball at Louisville Slugger Field. Family-friendly entertainment at budget-friendly prices. See future Cincinnati Reds in action. To plan your day at the ballpark, visit batsbaseball.com.
Check the back seat.
All right, come here.
Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC technicians of Local 502's commitment to excellence can be seen in our community every day. The KFC Yum Center, Ford Motor Company, and the Omni Hotel are just a few examples of their professional craftsmanship. Local 502 has been part of our community for over a century and invests over $1 million annually training skilled local workers. Members of Local 502 are your friends, neighbors, and children's coaches. For more information, go to lu502.com. Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow.
The Mike Rutherford Show is brought to you by Everything Concealed Carry, in the heart of J-Town, where you'll always get your best shot at a great deal.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Moby Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
Who are you?
He had a voice that could make a wolverine purr.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Wait a minute. I know you.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
I know that, dude.
He's a modern-day Yoda.
I'm your huckleberry.
Allow myself to introduce
Myself. Greetings and salutations.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. You're excited. Feel these nipples.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Well, I have a microphone and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say.
This is the Mike Rutherford Show on the Big X.
Sportos, motorheads, geek bloods, wastoids, dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
The Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133.
Well, I'll stand up next to him now and then. And I'll chop it down to the edge of my head.
All right. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday, July 20th. This is the Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical. We're coming to you live from the world-famous University of Louisville College of Business Studios here in the heart of TBT Game 2. Ready? Louisville, Kentucky. Cards fans, you can take your career to new heights with an MBA from the University of Louisville. The full-time MBA is an innovative 12-month program that accelerates your career trajectory with convenient in-person evening classes. Competitive 11-month paid internship opportunities provide you with valuable industry experience. It's the MBA that pays. Get started today, and you can earn your degree in just 1 year. The first step is hopping online and visiting business.louisville.edu. We're on the air today from 2:37 until 5:30 here on 1450 AM, 96.1 FM. We're streaming across the land, including on the Big X Sports Radio Louisville YouTube channel. We are airing live on WBNA Channel 21. You know what's better is the Big X. Mike Rutherford, Trevor Kelsey here with you on a Monday edition of the show as we react to the weekend that was in the world of sports. The Ville and La Familia get it on in Game 1 on Saturday. Interesting conclusion there. We'll talk about Game 2, which is set to tip off in just about 4.5 hours. World Cup has come and gone. It was a great moment for soccer in the United States of America, or at least maybe growing the game. Fantastic tournament. Ended with a little bit of a kind of type game, but the better team won. We can react to Messi going down in flames and the Spanish hoisting the trophy to take down the 2026 World Cup. We can react to some, we don't want to talk about baseball on this show, so we don't need to get into that, but there are some football things happening. It's SEC Media Days. Eli Drinkowitz is saying crazy stuff. There was some crazy stuff said over the weekend. We'll react to all of it. We'll get your thoughts on the Gameday Mens Health text line as well at 502-414-1450. We've also got a little bit of a controversy in the world of Cardinal sports. That will become more of a thing next week, but we can get into it a little bit today. Trevor Kelsey is producing the hell out of the show. Per usual, give him a follow on Twitter at Trevor Kelsey. TK, how we feeling? How was the weekend, buddy?
Good weekend. Good as it can be. I will say, I heard that the slang in your time start. Yeah, we are a little behind on everything today, it feels like. We were late getting on kind of KRC started because of all the connections remotely, and then we went a little long, so we got you. Sorry about that. So that's on the producer. We fired him. I replaced him, so it's going to be all good from now.
There's nobody here today either. I'm walking. It's a Monday. Like usually Monday around here, a little bit of buzz. Walk in, no Debbie at the front desk. Nobody in any offices. This studio is completely dark. Peek's not here because he's on vacation. I don't know if Bill's here for WJI. I think we're the only two people in the building.
Which is weird because, as you know, when you're sitting here, you can hear the beeping go off on the door.
Yeah.
So I'm doing KRC. I can hear. I've heard people come in and out. Yet every time I walk out there's no one there, which is kind of maybe, should I start believing in ghosts? I don't know. It's a little creepy. And the only thing I do want to correct you on your opening monologue there, or your montage, would be it's historic Freedom Hall tonight.
Historic Freedom Hall.
Like, if Memorial Coliseum is historic, which they did not fail to mention, like, every freaking time.
Well, it's in the name of the...
Oh, is it really?
Yes, they've made it, like, if you look at the game notes, they refer to it now by its... but the official title is Historic Memorial Coliseum.
Okay, if that's historic, then what's the one step above historic? Because that's Freedom Hall. Because last I checked, Freedom Hall had 6 Final Fours. Memorial didn't.
One of my pet peeves when you do road trips is you'll drive through these small towns, and look, my wife's hometown has this thing too.
Historic downtown.
You're entering historic, Springdale, or she's from Springfield. When you drive into the city, it says like you're entering historic Springfield.
technically everything is historic, right?
Yeah.
So we use the word way too loosely these days. And now we're just calling, I mean, yes, it's historic because it's been around for a long time. It's part of history. But do we really have to make that built into the official name of the building?
I mean, there's got to be there's got to be a definition of what defines historic to be able to label it, right?
There should be.
We need to write a criteria. And I agree, yes, it is a word that gets thrown around almost as much as the word literally does, so it literally gets used as much.
Very true.
I feel like we have an entire nation of Rob Lowe's from Park and Rec on our hands. I wish they all looked like Rob Lowe, but we don't, so it's just the humor itself. It got on my nerve. I didn't know that was the official name. Regardless, I am going to now until the day I go. Is historic Freedom Hall.
Historic Freedom Hall.
Freedom Hall. Yes. Historically smells like German roasted nuts, but it is historic nonetheless. And I can't believe I'm saying this because if you listen to us talk all last week, it's amazing that I've given 2 bleeps about the TBT, but I'll be damned if I wasn't into it on Saturday morning to a degree, and I'm kind of looking forward to watching tonight, hoping to, again, I said this on KRC, if Louisville's playing anybody else, or Kentucky's playing anybody else, my care meter is at half a point.
Uh-huh.
I might turn it on. I might try to get home to watch it.
If we're playing the Q's alums, you're not getting up for that.
I'm going to put it on if I get home in time for it. But I'm not there's no excitement for it at all whatsoever. It's just it's cool. I found myself, because I guess it's Louisville, Kentucky, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, technically.
Technically, well, so yeah. As I said,
we'll get into that.
We lost to the extended La Familia, apparently, because, it depends on who. It's the half brothers over there, the step brothers of La Familia. I got into it a little bit more. I didn't get angry at the loss. I got angry more that I forgot they had that stupid Elam ending, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm kind of excited about tonight. I'm, not to be, turn a bad one, but Dalton Pence, our man, does 537. I thought I would do his show, get home, watch the second half. He texts me he's going to be out tonight. I'm assuming he's World Cup depression. And, I'm kind of cool. I get to get home time for tip-off now.
Damn right.
That's, I don't know. I never thought, you even asked Trevor last week, how would you think you'd ever get this excited? And maybe it's because it's coming off a loss. I don't know. You have more of a psych degree than I do. Tell me, break me down. Why am I should get excited, right?
Well, I think the game, we both talked about it for the last couple of weeks. We weren't as into this as we were 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think there's a general sense among not everybody in the fan base, but a lot of people in the fan base that this sort of thing has kind of run its course. Just because, 3 years ago we were desperate for anything resembling competent Louisville or tangentially related to Louisville basketball. And,
it's the nicest way you could ever put that.
I mean, we knew that the season was going to be really bad, so we're like, all right, this is our one chance to see winning basketball with something related to the Louisville Cardinals.
Guys from 10 years ago, but still.
Yeah, let's get all into it. And I do remember going into that being like, I don't know if I'm as into this as everybody. And then that first game, seeing Peyton Siebel walk the ball up the court the way that he did, back in the Patino days, I was like, all right, it did something to me. I got the nostalgia hit, I got the feels. And then, again, feeling the crowd roar. We hadn't heard, a real cheer from a crowd in, 24 months at that point. So, but that was then. This is now. Obviously, our main focus is Pat Kelsey and the job that he's doing and the excitement that may be ahead this winter. The team playing in the Bahamas next week, although it sounds like we're not going to be able to watch or listen to it, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, let's leave that negative talk for a little bit later. Okay.
We'll get into that.
We're being positive now.
But I kind of went into Saturday's game being like, I'm going to watch when I can. Turned it on at the beginning, and it was, it wasn't great basketball. And like you said, the UK alums that actually played for UK are looking pretty rough out there. We got some guys that are looking pretty rough for us. But I'm watching, and we're playing well. And then it had something to do with where I couldn't get away. I had to help the kids out. And I come back in and flip the game back on in the start of the third quarter. We're just getting our ass kicked.
Yeah, you missed luckily the second quarter. Yeah, it was a bucket.
I heard we just started chucking threes and looked tired. And
we were 4 of 18 from 3 or something.
Well, the numbers weren't great. I think we ended up finishing 6 of 28. So It wasn't good for that quarter or for the rest of the game. But so I've got the game on. Kids are going kind of nuts, but it's on in the background, and I'm watching us start to make a comeback. And I, like everybody else, I think, who watched the game, I start getting into it when it's like, all right, we may do this. Trez is dunking. He's woken up. He's yelling. He's screaming. All the 60-year-olds throwing L's down in historic Memorial Coliseum are starting to look a little bit nervous. So I'm like, all right, here we go. And then we end up losing. But I did get into it. I found myself, at the end at least, getting way more into it than I thought I was going to. I'm kind of like you. It did increase my enthusiasm for tonight's game. I would like to, you don't want to get swept in this thing.
No.
And I do think that if you can use the crowd to your advantage and win this game maybe by more than like La Familia won the game on Saturday, you have a little bit of a mental edge going into Wednesday night's winner-take-all Game 3. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like if we lost tonight, it's not going to ruin my Monday night. I hate losing to anything against Kentucky in any way, shape, or form. But if we're being real, it's a lot of these guys look really old. The guys that are doing the most damage for them didn't even play at Kentucky. We had a guy who was it Carson Williams, for whoever the kid from Western Kentucky is, who came into the game and kind of changed the momentum for us, who didn't play at Louisville, even though most of our production was from Louisville guys. But we've had non-Louisville guys help us out significantly in this tournament the last couple of years. It's just, it's not the same as an actual Louisville Cardinals game, and I'm not going to treat it the same way, but I am excited to watch tonight, and I do hope that they win, and we have something else to talk about tomorrow and Wednesday.
I mean, anything but the TBT. Could we have conversations about how our center shows up after tip-off because he was, missed the flight was delayed or something?
Yeah, he came straight from Summer League in New York.
And then we have on the other side, you have Kentucky, who I'm assuming Marcus Lee was told he was supposed to be there. I can only just guess that.
It is the funniest thing about this.
Show up. Meanwhile, Oscar Shibwe is in the background signing autographs. He's there, but he's not playing.
Get him on the floor. It is the funniest thing, and you realize that you're dealing with a not true league featuring guys that are way beyond their college years, where we have guys that just don't show up to the games.
Yeah.
They're on the roster. Ray Spalding the last 2 years just hasn't played. And then Kentucky has guys that have to miss games for weddings, and guys just aren't showing up for that. It's very much a this is a take it for what it is, type deal.
And I'm pretty sure I think Goodwin is officially still out tonight. If I read the tweet, okay, yes, this is the status update. Willie Cauley-Stein, who by the way
looked very old,
looked like he was coming off of a 15 to 20 bit in Attica. I thought he was a background guy in The Wire when I saw him. I was like,
you could speak to that better than I could.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I know that dude. No, that's Willie. My bad.
And he came out, he did the tip, and then I don't think he played again.
Well, did you see?
He was like, I'm done.
As close as that. I mean, we're playing fast and loose, but calling that a tip. I mean, I think it took all of Willie Cauley-Stein's energy to do that. I agree. He has been upgraded to active.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how active he'll be, but he's upgraded to it. Apparently, Archie has run into traffic on the way back from the wedding, or I don't know. Maybe the bride didn't show up. Who knows? He has been downgraded to inactive.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm pretty sure he was inactive already. So I don't know what the downgrade is, but
Marcus Lee is out, right?
Who knows?
Yeah,
I feel like I love 20. I've known 20 since he was 8 years old. He's a great dude. I'm worrying to think that he just put Marcus Lee's name on the thing to get an alumni listing.
You might be right.
And no one actually asked Marcus Lee or brought it up to him.
He has no idea this is even happening. He's in Haiti or something, and he's just he's like, what? I'm not showing up where?
I got this picture. He's at a bar. So I'm just like, hey, Marcus, aren't you supposed to be in Louisville? Huh?
Yeah, because I saw the TBT, the official count, also had Ray Spalding and Angel Nunez listed as out.
Yeah,
I'm like, are they even here?
Angel was supposed to be there, right?
Yes. And Ray Spalding just has backed out of this thing the last 3 years, I think. Angel Nunez, might be in California. It may be a similar thing where it's we just put him on the roster because, when you have a casual text conversation or a drunk conversation with a friend.
Yeah.
And we should do this trip. Guys,
oh, yeah.
trip. we're going to Colorado in July, and you have this conversation in February. It'd be like if there's no communication in the 4 months after that, and then the week before the trip, you're like, hey, man, you guys book your flights? Like, what time are you guys flying out? And then you're like, what? We're actually doing? I feel like something happened with Angel Nunez where Russ was just texting him. He's like, yeah, man, that sounds cool. And then 3 months later, they're like, all right, like, first practice is tomorrow. And he's like, wait, what?
Me and a group of my friends in that line of topic has been to like 7 Red Rock concerts that we've never been to. Because it's always like, oh, they're going to be in there. Oh, let's go. That's the one. None of us have been to Red Rock, and we've always wanted to go see a concert.
Red Rock's guy could help you out.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
On the text line.
So I think you're right. The funny thing was I was actually excited to see Angel Nunez play. Because I never really got to see him in Louisville play, so I was thinking,
that makes one of us.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, good.
I saw him play at Gonzaga a solid amount.
Well,
and South Florida.
Yeah, I forgot that's where he went. So hopefully, yeah, I wonder if he did notify him. I thought we looked, other than Chris Jones, poor Chris Jones at one point in the first half looked like me out there. Just like
that's because he's the only guy who's playing defense for us.
And
he's like the only guy trying.
Well, and he's got he's been playing the whole half. I'm like, guys, the dude looks like he's like. I don't know anymore, but he kind of reminded me like when I like seeing Hank Gatter's the free throw. I'm like, can we get him off here before something bad happens? We got David Johnson on the bench. He's like 26.
He was killing us early on though. Like he was real bad. I feel like they had to play the older guys.
Poor Chris is like, I need to get on a respirator in the bench.
It's like again, it's because he's trying. like he's the only guy out there playing defense while we're getting torched by everybody else. So yeah, he's dead.
I don't know how much you got to pay attention because you said you had the kids. I loved, I think it was like the third play of the game. Chris is already going to the ground on a fake elbow swipe.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's like, some things have never changed. I love it. Like, if you've never seen Chris Jones, he went down a few times, too.
He did go down a few times.
I mean, it was Chris Jones.
He went down several times last year, too. I remember that.
Did he? Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of times.
I loved it.
A lot of times these games, it is, if we want to put the parallel to soccer, a lot of times it comes down to like just who's in the most shape at the end of the game. Because you get to that Elam ending and guys are just like, oh my God, there's like chucking up 35 footers. If you've got your legs a little bit underneath you, you can make a big run. And I think, there was a time.
Which is sad because then we had 8 guys and so they had no depth.
Well, and I think that's a big part of why we were able to cut a 17-point second half deficit into a situation where we had a shot to literally win. There's your literally right there. Used correctly, though. Montrezl Harrell took a 3. If he makes it, we win the game. He didn't, and then unfortunately, we got caught napping on a baseline out of bounds play where Kentucky legend Daryl Morcell slips the screen, and I think Trey Lewis was supposed to be guarding him.
Well, I was thinking my joke was Malik showed up late to the game, but apparently left early on defense.
He did have a couple blocks late, to save us.
Well, that was mostly. I thought it was Montrez that got
Trez had 2. Malik had 1 though. He had on the play where they had the fast break. Malik had the first one, and then Trez blocked the second shot.
That was Malik not paying attention to the back cutter. You don't let people get behind you. Willie would have taught him that.
I was thinking it was Trey's fault. I mean,
it could have been both. They were both standing there.
He got caught ball watching a little bit. But yeah, you should have somebody at the rim.
Honestly, you're right. Honestly, if you want to blame them both, you're more than welcome. If you just want to blame one, you can. I guess I'm just used to blaming Malik over this.
You do hate Malik.
I don't hate him.
You hate him.
I'm the same guy that put him up against Nick Richards on KRC.
Nah, you hate him. You absolutely hate him. Never liked him. But it was,
Took my Chick-fil-A sandwich.
It was what it was. I mean, is that our pivot as a – because, both sides, it's so funny with this whole thing. Going into every game between these two that the mentality is going to be the winning side plays it up. Like bleep Kentucky or L's down, whatever. And the losing side is going to be like, you guys are really caring about a summer alumni thing. Like, how big of a loser do you have to be? I do like that this year they gave us the secondary pivot of, you guys didn't even go to UK that are doing all the damages. So we've already got like a built-in, like, who cares about this type deal. And then if you really want it to go all in with the cope, you can just say, I mean, you guys aren't even using UK players to beat us.
I mean, I said this at least. I'm not a fan of the Elam ending. We don't have to get into that right now. But as I told Coach Ty on KRC earlier, yes, I am fully aware if Louisville would use the Elam winning to win, I would be 100% Harvey Dent two-faced hypocrite. I'd be like, it's a great. Eli Manning was awesome.
We're all hypocrites when it comes to this stuff.
And tomorrow, if Louisville uses it to get a win, you want to point out that I'm being a hypocrite? That's fine. I'm aware of it. I'm fully self-aware. That's the best part of being a sports fan is being two-faced hypocrite. And if Louisville uses it, I'm going to be there tomorrow bragging about it.
We took the kids to the zoo. They've got the wild lights thing going on. And I think this was because I'm going to be out of town this weekend. It's the last. They have wild lights. It's like a big light up show that they have. It's pretty cool, actually.
I was like, it's a zoo. Wildlife should be coming with the territory.
So we're at the very beginning. We're waiting. The kids are taking pictures and stuff. They're looking at some of the stuff that they have, and all I hear is this very loud. Yeah. So I told my friends the Ville's never going to be able to beat La Familia, and what do you know? And I turn around, T.J. Walker, and the fam right there rubbing it in. With the La Familia chest thumping.
Oh man, and you know he's a big DeAndre Liggins guy too.
Oh, he's a big Liggins guy.
Oh, he loves the big D.
Man,
yeah,
I would have not. It would have been hard to love him after that 2010 West Virginia game.
Which, by the way, Liggins out there sprinkling little steroids in the Jays because he's looking buff.
Didn't look like himself at all.
He's been juicing up a little bit.
Let's go to break. When we come back, we can share some final wrap up thoughts on this. We can also get to the controversy surrounding next week's Bahamas games that apparently nobody's going to be able to watch. We'll get to that. We can recap the World Cup. Final thoughts there. We can maybe start to look at your tweets, your texts as well. 502-414-1450. We'll take a break. We'll come back. It's the Rutherford Show, Monday edition, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
John Spears for M&M Cartage. You see those trucks riding down the road with the M&M Cartage sign? You could be a driver or work as a mechanic on one of those trucks. For 45 years, M&M Cartage has been a locally family-owned transportation company, and they're currently hiring those drivers and mechanics. To join their team, go online to mmcartage.com to apply. Headquartered in Louisville with locations in Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Morristown, Tennessee, and Detroit. That's mmcartage.com to apply.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything Concealed Carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson at Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry. 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry. Your best shot at a great deal.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with auto owners insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's C-O-L-Y-E-R Law Firm. Call today.
Hello, I'm Todd Metter, President and founder of TKM Financial Services. I've been blessed to serve clients in the financial services industry since 1993, and I've learned it's never too little, never too late to take control of your finances and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Listen to my live call-in show on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on WGTK 970. A Nickel and a Plan Finance show is real talk about all things money, done with a musical twist. Tune in and even join in as we talk markets, investment strategies, financial planning, risk management, how the financial services industry really works, and more. Listen to replays of a Nickel and a Plan Finance show on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on Big X Sports 96.1 FM and 1450 AM. For more information about the services TKM offers, online at tkmfsllc.com or 450-PLAN, that's 450-7526. TKM Financial Services, comprehensive in approach, client first, in nature.
There is nothing better than a great golf outing. The Christmas Lake Golf Course in Santa Claus. You'll love the scenery and especially the fully stocked golf shop with great prices. Christmas Lake Golf Course offers Monday and Tuesday specials along with afternoon and twilight specials too. Call 877-XMAS Golf. That's 877-962-7465 option 1. Or go to ChristmasLakeGolfClub.com for more information on the upcoming events at Christmas Lake Golf Course in Santa Claus, Indiana.
Partly cloudy sky, in fact, more of a hazy setup because of the wildfire smoke in the region today, but it will be a hot one, high of 91. Tonight, stay muggy, temperatures well into the 70s for lows. Tomorrow is our storm day. We have multiple rounds, one around lunch, early afternoon, and the second round around 4 to 5 p.m. it will develop. Some of these could be strong to severe. Stay close to the forecast for updates from the Wave Storm Tracking Team. I'm Brian Good.
This is Dugan Ryan. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about how we can help grow your business and have your business's brand associated with Big X Sports Radio. Give me a call today at 812-725-1457.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM, WXVW Jeffersonville.
He was a hard-headed man. He was brutally handsome. She was terminally pretty. She held him up and he held up for ransom.
Welcome back in. 3 o'clock hour here at Mike Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey in the house here. As we kick off what's going to be a short week for your boy, we got some fill-ins set up for the end of the week.
What is your schedule this week? I don't have peak until Thursday.
I believe. Well, I think I'm out. Tomorrow's my last day of the week.
Oh, so you're out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yes, and we've got.
I mean, can I keep a host for God's sakes?
This is my last kind of hurrah. So
okay.
Once the season rolls around, I'm in. I'm locked in, and we're not missing shows. We're not doing anything. None of that. Like once football starts, it's go time.
This is your second vacation since I've been back, by the way.
I know. Well, we
I'm
have the
not
standard.
taking it personally or anything.
We have the standard vacation. We do the same vacation every single year in that second week of June with Mary's family. That's the big summer vacation. This is a trip with guys that I don't get a chance to see enough. I don't get to play golf as much as they do, so couldn't say no. Wanted to make it happen. We're making it happen. I haven't taken a golf trip since I've taken one since our kids were born, and I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm excited about it.
Both kids, or just since Virginia's been born?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think I remember that. I think I was.
Yeah,
you were doing a radio show
it was because it was like we had just started doing the show.
Yeah. Again, not taking it personally.
It really was. It was like the same exact thing.
Come back
because it was my birthday. I remember we went to up to Michigan, but like we had just started, and I was like, it's funny. Both times I've started radio shows, like I have had to tell the people like I've had this trip planned for like 5 months, and it's like the second week that I'm back. Because when I started doing the first Ramsey and Rutherford over at 93.9, we were going to Italy. Like right after we start, like a month after we started doing the show. So I was like, we're gone for like 10 days. Can't really back out now. And then this was less because I think it was just Thursday and Friday that I was out for this. But I was like, yeah, so second week. I'm going to be gone after we start. And that's exactly what happened.
I just got some bad news.
Oh, no.
Not for you or I, but I didn't mean to. It's. So Pete just texted me and was like, hey, guys, internet down has been terrible. I was going to say this when we came back after you got finished talking. Not that I want to lose any of our listeners, but our man, Nick Roush, you remember, Nick,
yes,
he was scheduled to be on Feinbaum today at 3:30.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, and I text him, I'm like, listen, I will give you $100 if you like name drop the X or like me or like just go roll call in the middle of like Feinbaum talking or something. Of course, he won't do it because he's a professional. But Pete just texted me and said the internet is so bad down here, they actually just canceled the last hour. Feinbaum Roush won't be on.
Well, he's been on before.
Oh, has he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Big Shot.
Yeah, who cares? He's been on before.
It's like you on the AC Network, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty much the equivalent. I don't think it's quite as big as Feinbaum, but I appreciate them having me.
I think it's a big deal. But if Feinbaum called me, which would probably be a wrong number, but I would still answer the phone. I'd be like, hey, I'll come on.
The best was the first time I did the ACC Network from here.
They put Mark.
Well, yeah, they did do. That was actually the second time I'd done it, and they still put Mark on there, which was great. I was like, it's a big game when old Mark Rutherford's popping up on the TV. But the first time I did it from here, from the studio, everybody was like, "Where are you broadcasting from?" Because looks like a prison. There was like nothing on the back. Like we didn't have any signage. It was just a brick wall.
Were you in that room or the one across the hall?
I was across the hall.
Okay, because I remember you doing that. I thought you went into that room to do the interview though, just to like.
Yeah. I did it there. I did it in
because I joked
Susan/Chuck's office one time. It never looks good.
Because remember, I think the first time you did it, I teased and didn't do it. But in hindsight, I wish I had. I was going to come behind you like a TRL watcher in the window.
Yeah,
be like, Rutherford #1, baby.
Yeah, I appreciate you not doing that.
I'm mad I didn't.
Yeah,
you tell me that wouldn't have been funny.
It would have been funny.
Okay, you might not have got invited back. But
I don't know.
Who cares?
If they would have thought it was funny though. But people watch
but they called you Mark. Who cares what they think?
Well, one time on a graphic, which. It's fine.
They're in the ACC. They don't even recognize us, Mike. Okay, we can do what we want to them.
Some of them do. Not all of them are that bad, but a lot of them are. We've got TBT recap. Let's just put a cap on this thing. So the game's going down tonight.
Okay.
We talked about kind of the coping mechanisms that Louisville fans have been able to use, where you do do you really care about this? How pathetic are you? And this year we've had your players that are killing us aren't even Kentucky grads. I feel like if we win tonight, the La Familia fans, they're going to have a built-in excuse, which is, well, the TBT wanted a Game 3. So, which I do think is a thing. Like, I kind of expect us to get a really good whistle tonight because they know the best thing for them. I mean, Memorial Coliseum, historic Memorial Coliseum, I'm so sorry, was packed. To their credit, the fans were there. It was seemed like a very loud atmosphere. My nephew was there. He said it was a hostile environment.
Some family and some friends go to it.
Yeah.
The UK guys,
so
they loved it. They said at the time.
I can't imagine that there's another TBT game out there that's bringing the same type of fans and intensity and dollars and attention to the event.
Rating.
So you want as much of that as you can possibly get, and as much of that as you can possibly get. It's a Game 3 on Wednesday night back in Lexington. So, if you want to play conspiracy theorist or just accurately pointing out things that are going to happen, you can probably say that LaVille's is more likely to get a friendly whistle tonight than the La Familia team.
I mean, I know it's Monday night, but it's not going to be as bad as they predicted. It's like a Monday Night Raw will be, but I agree with you. I think there's been some I think they've talked to the refs and said, hey guys, maybe be a little more lenient, towards one side or the other, because you're right. They want. When would Game 3 be? Wednesday night?
Yeah, 6.
And it will be in the less historic
Memorial Coliseum.
Okay.
Now, I say that about the officials potentially favoring us, but there was some controversy on Saturday. Apparently, one of the officials told Trey Lewis that he was going to, quote, kick his ass.
No.
That's the word from the Louisville folks out there, and that's why the bench went nuts, and the coaches were yelling at the official, and they were getting into it.
Was that what got Trez's tech?
I think it was around that same time where Trez got the tech, but he apparently said I'll kick your ass, and I think the official was trying to tell the bench that he was saying I'll kick your ass. I meant I'll kick your ass out of this game, and they're like, well, that's not what you said. So we got it's high level basketball when you've got referees threatening to assault 33-year-old former players.
Oh, and now we're getting out Christian hip hop players. I mean, he's just
Joseph, for God's sake.
But when he hit that 3, I so bad he wanted to be like, he's just smooth like a jumper.
He's got a Just J, baby.
Let's go. That was the only 3 I think he hit of the game, but
didn't play great. Wasn't fantastic.
Well, but who really did, to be honest with you? I mean,
besides Trez for one quarter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and he woke up. He's like, I'm tired of playing around here.
Do we think that Trez...
He had that look like when he did that dunk, he was like, all right, we're done messing around.
Yeah, he started trying a little bit, which was necessary, and then he parlayed that performance into, did you see what he did yesterday in the Big 3? He set a new Big 3 record for points in a game, scoring 42.
And whose record did he break?
Isaiah Briscoe.
That's right, baby.
Suck it.
Yes.
I did like that they were proving that UK and U of L fans will fight over anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just hit retweet on that, the official Big 3 account, putting that tweet out there. But they used the phrase 42 points, shattering the previous record set by Isaiah Briscoe at 37. And a Kentucky fan was like, shattering? 5-point difference. And then I had U of L and UK fans in my mentions fighting about what shattering a record means. And how many points justifies the use of the word shattering. And I was like, it's summer in Louisville. This is wonderful. No other Duke and Carolina fans aren't doing this. Let's go.
I thought they were going to make fun of the fact that every time I saw the clip, he was guarded by a guy that could have been like the love child of Brian Scalabrine and Brian Cardinal. Like, it looked the oldest white dude trying to guard him. I was like, okay.
That's TBT, baby.
That's not TBT. That's Big Three.
Oh, that's Big Three.
Yeah, we got to get right now. Which Big Three?
Was it John Elmore?
Might have been. Why? We didn't talk about the Big Three last week. I didn't know what was going on.
I never know what's going on.
Do they know what's going on? I mean,
it's kind of like, this is not like a sexist comment. I just don't pay attention to the league very much. It's sort of like when people are hyping up the WNBA playoffs. And I'm like, I literally had no idea the WNBA playoffs were happening. Or if you wanted to do back in like the CFL playoffs, like no clue whatsoever. It's the same thing with the Big Three. If I don't see it on my TV guide Sunday morning at like 11 a.m., I've got no clue when it's happening.
What channel is it even on?
They show it on national TV.
Oh, do they? I mean,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, you think they would advertise a little bit? I mean, but
well, it's the Big Three.
You think maybe don't do it the same time as TBT? I mean, I don't know. I know there's like only so much window in the summer you can squeeze a basketball tournament into.
It's on CBS.
Okay, wow. Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Props to are we worried though that Montrez is using up this energy? I mean, we just talked about how gassed everyone looked except for really him in the TBT. Do we need him going and playing a whole nother game in between games? I mean,
I think the fact that it's a night game tonight helps with Trez.
I mean, if it wasn't for the loose drug rules in China, we wouldn't even have him. Thank God.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I almost want to be like good for the Chinese, because they could have been bad on Saturday without Trez.
We would not have made the comeback. There's no question about that. Let's we'll make our predictions for tonight's game a little bit later in the show. Let's transition. So I ended up I felt the need to write about this today just because it became kind of official. What we've said this on the radio show before, that I had sort of reached out and said, hey, what are the broadcast plans for these Bahamas exhibition games? And the folks at Floyd Street Media, who 2 years ago, not that long ago, had organized the broadcast for, remember Rob Doster and Terrence Oglesby came down there, called the games. It was sort of it looked a little bit like a amateur broadcast, but you had genuine college basketball, big-time media people doing the call, which helped out with the validity of it. And it was, you don't expect it to have pristine, like Final Four quality coverage when you're playing the Bahamas All-Stars or the Calgary Dinos in the Bahamas in late July.
Plus, that was Pat Kelsey's first game with them. We were so we needed something,
and it was incredible. We did all we did was talk about those games during those radio shows. Kicking the crap out of the Bahamas All-Stars, which featured, I think, a 48-year-old and a 13-year-old on the same team. and then beating a more organized opponent in the Calgary College Dinos team, but still kind of dominating them. It added to the enthusiasm. We had post-game shows, for God's sake. So I reached out to the Floyd Street Media people, which, again, is not – they are not directly affiliated with U of L anymore. They obviously work with U of L. But it is not like the Floyd Street Media employees are not U of L employees, which is, I know it's all very confusing, but they had said because of U of L's, this is the word that I got, because of U of L's contracts with Learfield and ESPN and the ACC, we're prohibited from broadcasting these games. That's what they said.
But they're not going to broadcast them, then why can't they?
So the onus kind of falls on the onus sort of falls on U of L, right, to do something. I haven't gotten a firm answer. Maybe I will today after writing this thing. But I wrote a thing on Card Chronicle just being like I'm calling this piece, come on.
Come on.
Because I will admit
Peter Griffin in Congress, come on.
Essentially the same voice as that. I don't know the intricacies behind why this decision was made. That's not going, I'm admitting that at the forefront. I'm not going to stop that, though, from keeping me from getting upset about how obviously wrong this decision seems to me. Because, and I laid all this out. We've been doing these foreign trips for 20 years now at this point. It used to be you could do one every 4 years. So we did one the first year we were available. Rick Pitino loved the foreign trips. We went to Canada. Do you remember this? In 2006. We were coming off of the really disappointing season in the first year in the Big East where we made the NIT, and Pitino was hell-bent on saying this is a minor blip. We've got to be more prepared. So we went up to Canada. We played the best college teams in Canada. we had the radio coverage. And it wasn't just like we're sending up a team of like 18-year-old kids to like Paul Rogers, whoever was doing it at that time. I don't know if it was Bob Valvano yet, but it was like the official broadcast team goes to Canada. And I remember huddling around the radio with my dad and listening. We played Carleton, which is basically like the Duke of college basketball in Canada. And we beat them on a last-second layup by Juan Palacios. And it was one of those where it's like, are we going to suck again, or is this team good? But like, it was conversation. There was a genuine interest. People were excited.
It's a great kid. That's a great movie title. The radio team goes to Canada.
Yeah, I mean, it was like what you did. Of course, we're gonna have some way for you to listen to the games.
Like I vaguely remember that. Yeah, I do.
It was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
come on. 2011, 5 years after that, we go to the Bahamas. We have the full. This is back before we had the deal. We weren't in the ACC, so this was still when local games, the crappiest local games, were broadcast on local TV. WHAS had the games.
Never hated, by the way.
It was great. I mean, it was there was some charm. I grew up listening to Don Russell and making fun of Robbie Valentine's sideline broadcasts and just kind of the amateur nature of it all. But it was charming. It was ours. Like we all had the same memories of watching those games on DRB and then on WHAS. So we had the full broadcast team. Like I remember this. It was about this time of that summer. And, like, we were having watch parties. We were going over to friends' houses to watch these games. You could call bars, and they'd be like, yeah, we'll have the game. Like, we're playing bellhops.
Now, was that the one they were going to charge for but didn't?
No, that was 5 years later. We'll get to that.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
So, 2011, we played, I think, 4 games against teams in the Bahamas. The teams are terrible. But remember, like, this is when we get the first glimpse of like, hey, is Russ Smith actually going to be good?
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't sure because, again, we're playing hotel bellhops and guys that don't really care. But he's out there scoring 40 points a game, and we're like, he looked like he sucked last year. Like, we may have something here. And then he ends up becoming a huge part of a team that ultimately goes to the Final Four. But, like, we wouldn't have had any of those memories of the real deal Shockers and the bellhop playing and Russ Smith going off. And if we hadn't been able to watch 4 years after that, that was the one where they tried to make everyone play. We went to Puerto Rico because Rick Pitino was coaching the Puerto Rican national team, and this was the team with Damian Lee that was the ill-fated team that would ultimately have the postseason ripped away from them. Yeah. But we went down there. We played a bunch of games, actually, and they initially, like you said, they offered you could pay $10 to stream the games, and then we were like, we don't want to do that. And so they're like, okay, cool, you can just stream the games for free.
Yeah, I think that's after I paid too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But this was also famously the trip where the stream went out. And so Kenny Klein just like took his phone and was holding it and streaming it for everybody to watch on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And we did. Like we all watched it. Damian Lee goes out there, drops 36 points in his first game in a Cardinal uniform. John Onuaku tried to fight J.J. Barea. We discovered Bompy. I somehow became the most hated man in Puerto Rico for a 24-hour period because I talked about how much I hated Bompy. Which
how dare you?
Revisiting some of those tweets was very funny, where it was like they're all in Spanish, but it's like, wow, Papo Vasquez Muniz, greater than sign Mike Rutherford, and like all this stuff.
He said it so smoothly, by the way.
And there's one that says like Carlos Beltran, greater than Mike Rutherford. It's just like they're all saying like all these Puerto Rican figures are so much better than me. I'm like, yeah, cool. But I mean, it was great. Like,
it would not be better than Carlos Beltran.
Yeah. Carlos Beltran's slightly more successful than I am. And then, Kenny Payne didn't believe in the international trips because it's going to mess up his golfing. So we didn't take one when he was there. But 2 years ago, like I said, Floyd Street Media, we have Doster, Oglesby go down there. We watch us smack around the Bahamas All-Stars and the Calgary Dinos. And it feels like, that was the first glimpse of the Pat Kelsey coach team. We knew we could talk a good game. But that was the first moment where it was like, we might be good in your, like, this could be an NCAA tournament team. And it was exciting. And now you fast forward 2 years, again, in 2026, where we've got 8 brand new players. We got a team that's probably going to be, there's no doubt, they're going to be preseason top 15.
Yep.
There's a lot of enthusiasm about what this winter may bring us. And we're desperate to see these new pieces and how they all interact and how this team's going to look. And just, it's basketball in July, and we're Louisville fans. We talk about this bleep more than anybody else in the country. And they're saying no TV, no stream, no radio, no employee holding up a phone for 2 hours so we can watch a great. Like, give me a blind guy doing his best to call the game on radio. I'll listen to it. Give us anything, and we will listen/watch these games. Again, I don't know about the contract conflicts we have. I don't know about, maybe this was a late planned trip and we don't have the finance. Like we rustled up the finances to send the team to the Bahamas, but we don't have the extra finances to stream a game or carry a game or broadcast a game or whatever. I don't know the rationale behind why this isn't happening. All I know is this. It's 2026. Come on. If I can watch, my best friends will send me links of like, hey, Anna's softball championship game is being played. Like, they're in Detroit. And I can watch a softball game featuring the 9-year-old daughter of my best friend, and I don't have to miss a pitch if I don't want to. Everything is streamed everywhere, and you're telling me that a billion-dollar college basketball program is going to have actual action that we will have no insight into, no glimpses, no live footage, no radio, no nothing. It just feels so ridiculously wrong. It's 2026, Trev.
Did Anna win?
Was an example. She had an extra place.
Oh, yeah, I was curious. I gotta know who won.
She does gymnastics.
Well, did she get a gold medal or whatever?
She's fantastic.
Okay.
And guess what? I can watch the meets if I want to. Yeah. I don't, but I could.
Well, we won't tell your friend in Michigan you turned him
That's
down.
right.
But that's.
I mean, Danny, like when his kid's in a big softball, a baseball game, he's like, "Here's the link to Cam's if anybody wants to watch." Like, he's 11 years old. What are we doing? How is this a thing?
I don't. I mean, can we not like just have like two air quote random people sitting on like the at courtside with their phone and aren't official employees? Just
pay somebody $10 to go there, like hold their phone up for 2 hours.
Yeah, Josh, can you just go up to a fan like in the concession stand and be like, "Hey, here's a phone and here's $20. Just go sit and hit when I give you the signal, hit start and just hold it up and stream the game for me."
There's just again, it's one of those where I don't have the answer. I just know that there has to be an answer out there, right?
They can't prevent somebody from doing that, right? Can they? Technically, I guess they can.
They can't prevent everybody from doing it.
I mean, I know that we joked on Friday about how some of the apparently Boys to Men did get us kicked out of Belarus, Russia on Friday.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, we got banned, which is very upsetting to me because I have a cousin that lives in Belarus, Russia. Like, he was wanting to watch the show, I'm sure. But now he will never get to, thanks to me playing apparently too much Boys to Men.
Well, first of all, Belarus is a country. It's not part of Russia.
Well, that's what it says. It says Belarus, Russia.
We got kicked out of both Belarus and Russia?
I guess so.
And they are brothers in arms in this fight against.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, trust me. When I talked to my cousin,
it's a huge population that we're not streaming on anymore.
He lives over there. And one day I asked him, I was like, "So do they really hate America?" He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "You can't turn on the television and not have America hating all over it." Like,
now they can't listen to Louisville sports.
Yeah, so I was like, support. I mean, Adam, if you're out there, we're working for you, buddy. We are. I'm sorry, but
I hate this.
But that's the same thing. So they're suffering in the way we are. Like, we can't. Yeah, you're right. There's got to be somebody. Like, maybe
there's an answer out there.
If it's short notice, and that's why they can't get like okayed through ESPN or. I mean, look at the stuff ESPN has had on. You're telling me on Tuesday, which I think it's an afternoon game up on top.
They're both afternoon games.
Yeah, I mean
the ACC network. You'll get greater ratings for this than if you're showing. The team that saved Coach K for the 534th time this summer.
Or ESPN re-showing First Take for the third replay of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, you put that on, and I promise you, I would guarantee it, the ratings would be higher for that than it would be for whatever replay talk show you're watching.
Oh, no question.
I'd put money on it.
I mean, this is, and we have the stats to back it up, the most rabid college basketball city in America when it comes to like digesting this stuff, watching the games on TV, and everybody was like, "Oh, well, those ratings will go down when Louisville's banned from the tournament." They didn't. Like everybody was like, "I'm not watching the tournament." We lied. We can't get enough of this stuff. And when it's Louisville,
it was depressing, but
it was depressing as hell. It was the month of salt. I mean, hell, it wasn't the only depressing month that we would have over the next 8 years that followed that. But yeah, that one was bad. But we still we just live, breathe, eat, bleep all this stuff.
Yeah.
12 months a year. We break down the little 30-second clips they send us on social media of the team in the summer. We would get like weeks of content out of these 2 meaningless exhibition games, and you're not going to show them to us. It makes no sense.
I don't care if the stream is looking like a bad bootleg movie. Like
we're not demanding.
Where somebody gets up and walks across like, oh crap, I missed an alley-oop because somebody walked up an aisle 2 ahead of him.
We're not demanding Oscar quality coverage. Anything. Give us anything.
Again, Kenny Klein did it on his phone, and we loved him for it.
Yes.
I mean, you said Dawson. I mean, you're already taking a vacation, so you probably won't get. I was going to say maybe we could find a way that we go down there and do the game. I mean,
I'll hold a phone up.
I would.
Yeah, no question about it.
I mean, yeah, we could do play-by-play in the background.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, they can't stop us. I mean, I guess they could. I mean, they really wanted to take it off the YouTube. They could, I guess, but
I gotta get a passport. Can you travel out of the country?
Oh, yeah, I can't. I don't have a passport. I've never had a passport.
Really?
But the only time
expired.
You've gone out. You're a world traveler and all, but
I've been like 3 places. Which
still 2 more than me. The only time I've ever left the country was when I went to Canada, and that was when I went to the Lions game in Detroit, which would have been in like &93, and you didn't need a passport. I mean, you could just they didn't even ask it. They just drove. They just waved at you as you drove across the border.
That is so. I mean, real quick.
So I never had one. Never had a reason to get one.
When we were in Ireland, Ireland and Northern Ireland are 2 different countries.
Yes, I'm aware.
Northern Ireland's part of the UK. So we were like expecting to have to go through customs or something.
That war ended in 1914, by the way.
Thank you. When we drove from Ireland to Northern Ireland, and there's just nothing. We drove and we're like, all right. And there was some sort of like graffiti about like Northern Ireland, some sort of like separatist graffiti. I was like, I guess we're in Northern Ireland now. Like there was nothing whatsoever that indicated that you were leaving countries. No, which was kind of crazy. I was like, all right, cool.
Like you can get that in the state, and you can't go from a state to state without getting a welcome or something.
You find out who every state's governor is when you cross that bridge, which I still don't know why we need to know that.
Or how many of them still claim Lincoln other than us.
Everybody. Lincoln did something everywhere. We got to go to break. When we come back, we have not talked about the World Cup. We can save that for a little bit later. I know you guys have thoughts. We'll get to you on the YouTube chat as well as the Gameday Men's Health text line. The number there is 502-414-1450. Your hour's up next. It's the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
Life in the fast lane, surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs!
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Gate Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Pratt Sporting Goods is Southern Indiana's team sports specialist and is your local Adidas team product dealer. Pratt specializes in outfitting your team, organization, club, or business in apparel, hard goods, and accessories from Adidas and many others. Kratz offers fundraising opportunities for your team, organization, or club through online web stores. Let our friendly staff get you started today by calling 812-282-5400 or visit and shop at our website at kratsports.com.
Guns, gears, deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Hey, football fans, Louisville football is set to take on returning college football playoff semifinalist Ole Miss in Nashville over Labor Day weekend. The game will be played at Nissan Stadium on Sunday, September 6th. Get tickets now at gocards.com/Music City. Want to catch the Cards at home this season? Visit gocards.com/FBinfo to learn more about available ticket options.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's Colyer Law Firm. Call today.
Hello, I'm Sean Burke, president and owner of United Mechanical. My Christian faith is the foundation on which my company operates. Since 1999, United Mechanical's workforce has provided quality and dependable HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and refrigeration services for all of Kentuckiana's commercial and industrial businesses. Our mission is simple: to deliver a comprehensive array of reliable services in an ethical manner and always put our client first. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133. That's 502-339-1133.
Defining a new era in men's health, Gameday Men's Health delivers real results. No shortcuts. From testosterone replacement, weight loss, to peptides, vitamins, and sexual performance therapy, they will have you covered. From their in-house lab that gives you answers in just 15 minutes in our clinic that is designed for men who value speed, privacy, and most importantly, results. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com. Real men, real science, real change. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com.
Hour number 2 here, Monday edition. Mike Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey in the house. As we roll on, I just got an email about this. TMZ Sports sends me emails for some reason.
Why would you sign up for something?
No, I get signed up for all these. I get the official now U.S. Department of Defense like press releases.
No, I thought it was Department of War.
Is that what it's the? But what I get is not from the Department of War. It's maybe it's like Secretary of Defense, or because now that's the Secretary of War. Yeah, it's not from Hegseth. But
that would be funny if it was.
I was like walking along. I had like a new email the other day, and I was like opened. I was like, what the hell is this? Why am I finding out what Sean Duffy is saying about
the guy that created Stranger Things?
No, a different guy. That's Duffer.
Oh, my bad.
Not even the right last name.
That's close.
The best is I have a friend whose name is Sean Duffy, and he works for NASA, and he's like, I get the wrong emails all the time. He's like, it is a huge breach. he's like, I should not be getting the emails that go to the other Sean Duffy.
Two things.
But anyway, okay.
You have a friend that works at NASA.
I do.
And it's funny because I've gotten emails to the station from a Connor Hagen with the Air Force, who I have a cousin named Connor Hagen who is in the Air Force, but it turns out it's a different one.
Okay.
I just thought it was the same name thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Plus, I wanted to shout out my cousin.
Shout out to your cousin. Yeah. The TMZ email that I got just reminded me, why is Tom Brady doing this stuff? Like, this is... I'm
the
somebody,
WWE stuff?
Yes. Like,
yeah.
I'm somebody who does not like Tom Brady and has never really liked Tom Brady. But it is, like, it depresses me as a sports fan to see arguably the greatest player in the biggest American sport who is choosing to spend the early years of his retirement doing fake slaps of Logan Paul. And
that's the real thing you hate. I know you hate Logan Paul.
Everybody should. But he's like, you should not have to reduce yourself to this when you're arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, and you're only 2 years removed from your playing days. He's a big-time analyst, whether he deserves to be or not, calling games. Yeah. He makes a lot of money from that. Like, you don't need any more money. Why are you kind of whoring yourself out for these ridiculous plots? Because now this is all going to end with them like wrestling in the WWE is what everybody's saying. But they're giving each other the bird at the World Cup match yesterday and all this stuff. Like, it's just kind of depressing that he feels the need to do. I think he's just got to be bored, right?
Yeah, and by the way, you want to be bored, watch whatever match he does with Logan Paul. That's going to be boring. I'm assuming they're setting it up for something, maybe WrestleMania next year, I would think. Just they're playing the seeds now, because you're right. It's I saw the slap. Now, I don't know. I saw something where I guess he did something where he came out of like a casket, like the Undertaker. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was AI, right? That wasn't.
No, it was real. Apparently,
he actually hit like a Atlanta fan with a fake. He did that was real.
That's what I was told. That's what.
Because I could have. I mean, I watched that. And I'm like, okay, come on now. There's no way.
I mean, I don't care that much to investigate, but
nor did I.
I just saw people who were like, dude, like you don't have to do this. Why are you choosing to? Like, it does kind of tarnish the legacy a little bit.
Well, first of all, if it was AEW, it would be better. We know that, right? I mean, if he did this for AEW, we would be praising him.
Is ECW still around?
No, it's not.
ECW. Could he do that?
I mean, no.
Just get New Jacked.
No, New Jack. I think he's in prison still.
Is he?
I think New Jack was a crazy SOB.
Yeah.
There's a great documentary on Dark Side of the Ring about him. But yeah, this does is bad. I mean, did you see the Saturday Night Main Event with Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton and
no.
Yeah, so like, of course, it was in Madison Square. Saturday Night Main Event was.
I'm assuming Brunson won then.
Well, they didn't actually have a match.
Oh, okay.
Brunson came out with Roman. The big match is Roman. One of their SummerSlam matches, which.
Oh, so they just did the thing where they brought out a celebrity and
so
which I'm fine with that. Like
Brunson's in the ring with Roman Reigns, and his opponent Seth Rollins' music plays, but instead Tyrese Halliburton comes out as the heel, and they try to
kind of fun.
And Rollins attacks Roman, but he gets bested, and then you've got basically Halliburton kind of powdering out with Rollins and him holding his head, and he's like, "We'll get you," you darn kids. But then also Carl Anthony Towns came out with Danhausen. He did some choke slams.
Okay.
Now, granted, the choke slam was basically he put his hand on.
But okay, that's all fine. Like,
okay.
My point is, we don't need Tom Brady doing the whole like I'm fake slapping Logan Paul. And also,
where do you draw the line though? You're okay with the basketball players doing it, but not the football.
Like, here's the thing, like. Brunson's awesome. Towns is awesome. They're obviously all very relevant basketball players.
Yeah.
They're still not Tom Brady. Like, Tom Brady is kind of on a plane all to himself right now when it comes to football players. Like, this would be sort of like Jordan back in the day after retiring, teaming up with Hollywood Hogan and going against like the NWO and doing something like that.
Rodman did it during the final.
But again, it's Rodman. Like that
Karl
was
Malone did it.
It's Karl Malone. Like we're talking about like the elite of the elite. Tom Brady, maybe the greatest of all time, should not be reduced to getting into a fake public beef with Logan Paul.
You got to watch the F word there too much, okay?
Well, it's fake. Like it's not real. He's not.
You don't know. He may have really slapped him. Maybe he felt good about doing it.
Okay. I mean, you know what I'm saying. This is why it's dumb. The whole thing is dumb.
You just hate. If it was Gangrel, you'd be all over it.
Well, of course. I love Gangrel.
He came out there and Gangrel dropped a blood pile on him. You'd be like, yeah, Tom, that's what you get.
I would love it. Let's go to the Gameday Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. Gameday Men's Health is redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results, testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy, and more. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com today to find out what they can do for you. Riddler was chomping at the bit here. He was ready to go. 2:30 on the dot with this text.
So we've been getting texts to the show during our overtime like KRC.
Well, that's nothing new. People always race to have like the first one. So like usually like if it's like 2:20 on, those a lot of times they're for our show.
But you might want to look because I think I read one that was supposed to be for us.
That's fine. Riddler says, about to hop onto a plane in about 16 hours to the Dominican Republic with little to no service. You won't be hearing from me for a while.
Ooh, like the banner.
P.S. Josh heard you are visionless. You know why. Stream the damn games. They still got the point across. We're going to have no Riddler for an undisclosed amount of time.
My question is, why is the Riddler taking this trip when he could just go next week and air the games for us on his phone?
Well, he's going to the Dominican Republic. He's not going to the Bahamas.
It's the same difference, right?
Not really.
Are they both beaches?
Well, yes.
Are they both islands?
Yes.
Then what's the problem here?
I mean, that's like saying like the beaches in New York and the beaches in South Carolina are the same.
But those
place.
aren't islands, too.
Well, there are lots of islands.
I checked two things off the list.
Florida Keys and Long Island. Basically the same. Texas, the Bahamas are kind of stuck in the 70s with technology. Where are the basketball games being played? Atlantis is actually kind of outdated now. Again, we aired games from 2011, like professionally. We took the whole official broadcast team down there 15 years ago.
And they've done national broadcasts from Bahamas, right?
Yeah, I mean, Battle for Atlantis is there every single year, and we do it. It's a ballroom. It's still, they do a professional broadcast out of there. I can't understand how, if we could do this, I know, let's say we don't even have the funding for it that we had 15 years ago, which is kind of a problem in and of itself, but times have changed. But 15 years ago, we put on a professional broadcast of Louisville going up against Hotel Bellhops and winning the games by 70-plus points. And we all watched it and we loved it. It's been 15 years. We have progressed technologically in every way, shape, or form since then. And you're telling me we can't even get like a grainy, we can't even get like a AI feed. Like, I don't even have to see the actual game. Give me like a video game feature where you're just like showing like the players as like little characters moving around. Like, give us, you're saying you can give us nothing for these games. The demand is there. Fill the demand. Satisfy the demand.
Does it make you feel any better knowing that IU's games are also not being televised?
We did talk about that last week.
And I know Dennison was complaining about it today. I think
they were furious.
Apparently, not only they're not getting aired, like they're not even like giving out the right times for these games. Like apparently there's like Dennison was talking to one of his guests today, and he said, "Now, do we actually know what time IU's playing? Because I've had 3 different times given to me." And the guy was like, "No clue."
Well, that's not
like we don't even know. Like we're actually, he's like, I have had to take like lunch breaks every other hour, hoping I would get a notice.
Now,
I guess we're better than that. I mean,
but the thing about this is, I mean, they're playing in a FIBA tournament where they are representing the entire country. They don't I would assume the tournament has control over like streaming rights, televised rights, or whatever. Yeah. This is we are doing this thing. Like this is a U of L sanctioned event where we're going to the Bahamas. That's where the difference is. I understand why Indiana fans are frustrated, but there's at least a logical explanation here that I think is easy for everybody to understand.
Plus, they got a national title in football. Get over it.
Yeah, I'm not going to feel sorry for Indiana
Yeah,
fans.
exactly. I'm sorry. I know you're a basketball school, but suck it, okay?
Yeah, and football's like a month away from kicking off. You're going to be fine. But this is a U of L event that U of L is not giving us a way to watch or follow along with. And I don't want to make a bigger deal out of this than it is, but it is a big deal. Like this is, I'll use the an overused word here again. To me, this is unacceptable for it to be 2026. If the team is playing in a game, I don't care if they're playing another team in any way, shape, or form, there should be a way for Louisville fans to follow along. It's 2026. I'll keep saying it. Come on.
Do we know our official opponents?
No. It just says 2 teams from the Bahamas.
Because here's what I'm thinking. Like, odds are we're going to get an opponent with, like, maybe, like you said, like, we could get another bellhop at point guard type thing, right?
Yes. I mean, I think it will be, like, last time we played the Bahamas All-Stars, which was essentially a collection of, like, just dudes that played basketball in the Bahamas. My guess is it's going to be something similar to that.
Playing fast and loose with the term All-Star, I guess. But that's... So how about this? So we're probably... We find out our opponent. I'll throw down 25. You throw down $25. We'll Venmo it to one of their players to get on the phone on the bench and air the game for us.
I'll pay. Yeah.
I mean because I'm willing to. No disrespect to the Bahama All Stars, but we're giving them $50 to stream a game to sit on the bench. That's probably more than you get to play in the game itself.
Yeah, Instagram it live.
So I mean, I don't Twitch, Instagram. I'll sign up to it. I'll sign up to a new platform if I have to.
Make your Venmo public. And I'm sure Louisville fans will send you several bucks.
I mean, yeah, put a minimum on there, like $1. You'd probably make $50-$60 easy.
We will pay.
Yeah,
for this to happen.
I mean, if I'm one of the Bahama All Stars, I'm like, yeah, I'm on the team. I'm just sitting on the bench and do it. That'd be cool. It made me get some huddle information.
If the reason for not doing this is financial, I'd be willing to bet if you charge Louisville fans like $5 to watch both games or $10 to watch both games,
you would get it.
You'd make up the amount that you had to pay.
Oh, God, easily.
I would think so. Again,
I mean, how many people do you think would subscribe at $10 a piece?
A lot of people.
500.
At least.
Yeah.
No question. No question. Texter says, this is Ohio guy. Trey Lewis having 0 assists and letting his man score the game-winning bucket pretty much sums up the Trey Lewis experience during his 1 year at Louisville. He was good for the first 2 months.
Hey, hit that 1-3.
He did. Also, what were you guys talking about?
Jared, I knew you were going to say
222. Trevor, are you aware of what Jared Fogle went to prison for?
We were discussing the Wilson. This is the long way around, but it's not that long, I promise. We were discussing the Will Stein press conference at media. We aired it on KRC Live, and one of the questions was just asking him about what UK and donors, and they brought up IU as a comparison, and Mark Cuban to him, and I was just making a tongue and joke. It's like, hey, I know they don't have Mark Cuban, and when Fogle gets out of prison, they'll have his money, but that's waiting on that. I think he's out. Is he still in prison? I think so.
I think so. I have a picture.
And someone texted him, was like, wasn't Fogle and Scoots best friends at IU? I'm like,
oh,
no.
God. Here we go. I have a picture of Jared Fogle throwing out a first pitch in a St. Louis Cardinals uniform that I am desperate to use if the Reds can ever actually beat the Cardinals in a meaningful game. It's like when, for like 7 consecutive years, I had the gif from Seinfeld of the slow motion Newman doing the nice game, pretty boy, that I was ready to use if we ever beat Virginia and Tony Bennett in basketball. There were like 3 different times where I had it like set up and all I was waiting for was to like press click, and then we would lose in the final seconds. And I was like, "You're ruining a grade A tweet from me." That's how I feel about the Reds and the Cardinals.
I know you don't want to talk maybe too much about Will Stein.
Jared Fogle?
Jared Fogle.
I don't.
I did have somebody that went to IU when he was there that swears to me like he ran a bootleg video store out of his dorm room to make money. And that's that.
Well, there was a story like way back in the early sports internet days from Deadspin of somebody who went to IU with him and said, he always wore this Edgerrin James like triple XL jersey and like never changed out of it. And they were like, the real reason why he started eating Subway every day
downstairs
was because he lived above a Subway and he was just too lazy to go anywhere else, so he just got Subway every day.
I've heard that story too.
Yeah. But they were like, everybody said like he was the master of porn. Like he would have had like basically a porn store that he was like selling to.
Yeah, I was going to say I wasn't going to say what kind of videos, but yeah, that's supposedly what.
Well, he's in jail for pedophilia, so I think it's okay to talk about his porn habits in college.
Well, I was hoping he was renting out adult-worthy adult films, not just the illegal stuff, because it's all illegal in a way, but
not a great guy.
No. I don't mind Subway, but not good for him.
Yeah, he is still in jail. But we've not heard from him since a letter sent to the New York Post in November of 2021.
Oh, that's great.
In which he admitted to, quote, royally screwing up.
What the
may have used a different phrase. But,
yeah. Yep. I think we figured that out. The Will Stein was not a lot to take out, as you would expect.
Hold on,
right?
he says he runs 4 to 5 miles per day and works out regularly while behind bars, claiming to now weigh 180 pounds. I weigh more than Jared Fogle now. I don't like that one bit. Don't like that at all.
Well, when's that from, though?
November 2021.
Okay.
What were you saying about Will Stein?
I don't know how to segue this, really, but
that's tough luck for Will.
Yeah, it doesn't work well for Will.
We wouldn't do this to him if he wasn't the UK coach.
I know you wouldn't like it that he talked about like the roots of Kentucky, his grandfather there, him growing up a fan. Conveniently mentioned where he played his college ball at all, but most of the questions asked to him were kind of softballs from Texas writers for the most part.
Well, the one quote that's out there.
Well, and it might be from the question. Our man Adam Luckett over there at KSR.
Okay.
He came with the hardball. He's like, Coach, and this is not verbatim, but in a so with me ways, he just said, why should we believe that you can win at Kentucky?
Yeah.
And we couldn't see. I was mad at the stream. We had like a picture of like a beach. It didn't have actual video coverage.
It's something, though.
It was something. Yeah, exactly. It was something. Thank you. In 2026, I knew we were going to get something. So I would love to see his facial expression, but all I got was the audio, which was a very quiet pause for like 3 seconds, felt like 30. And he just goes, because it's me. Like it's like
his exact quote, you got to ask, despite Kentucky's history, why do you expect Kentucky to succeed under your watch? And he said, because of me.
Because of me.
To be honest.
Thank you.
And then he pauses and he goes, because of me.
Because of me. I mean, it was.
What do we make of this?
I
I don't hate him for saying it.
No, but you know what? You gotta have an ego, right?
It'll be something that we will throw back out there if he gets fired in 4 years and wins like 12 total games. No question about that.
He's got an attitude. I think Mark Pope maybe needs more than you need for football than you has. Well,
I think UK fans would like to see more. But when Mark Pope tries to do stuff like that too, it just doesn't play.
No,
you're like, because it's like when Craig Thorpe tried to be a hard ass with Louisville football players, and they were like, no.
George Stripling told him to bleep himself and walk out the door.
Pretty much. That's kind of what you like. You got to be yourself a little bit, and I do think that this is who Will is to a degree. He's brash, and he's
younger too.
He's younger.
Cocky, yeah.
He's trying to, he's won pretty much everywhere he's gone as a coach at the assistant level and as a high school head coach, and now he's trying to bring that to UK. And so I think that's like he's got the mentality of somebody that has been a part of a lot of winning football games in his coaching career. So if I'm a UK fan, I love it. If I'm a Louisville fan, which I am, I'm saying like, okay, we'll see, buddy. But I try to put myself in, the stinky shoes of Kentucky fans. And if I'm them, like that's what I want to hear. Even if you don't really believe it, like lie to us a little bit. You're a new head coach.
I mean, most of it was your, normal run of the mill talk like we get from Brom all the time, pretty much. Not as many Wells, but still, run of the mill kind of answers. But at least throwing that one in there, I thought was good. I mean, it gave you. Like you said, it gave for anything. It gave anybody that drove down there or flew down there a purpose of having a headline to an article.
Yeah.
Other than just, you're running the same stuff,
He also, I mean, he's saying this knowing full well that he's playing a schedule where them going 3-9, 4-8 is certainly not out of the question. And he knows probably that quote's going to get thrown right back at him in year one if they don't win 5 or 6 games.
He paused before he said it. He thought about it.
And he still said it. But like this is, if you just type in Will Stein on Twitter, like all it is people talking about this one quote. Like that's, like you said,
you heard it live here on the Big X.
Yeah, not a lot of other stuff out there that was notable from his media. This is the one thing that people have kind of latched onto, and it's the one thing that people are going to remember about his day at SEC Media Day, which, at least they're remembering the Kentucky coach for something at SEC Media Days, because typically whatever the Kentucky coach says is going to get buried behind everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if they've ever really had one entertaining. Wasn't it Vanderbilt that had one guy that was really great one year there?
Clark Lee, who said,
he's like the top. He worked in the factory
we're going to be the number one program in America, which now seems less ridiculous than it did at the time because they've been good, and we had a program like Indiana actually become the number one program in America. But yeah, he had a crazy SEC Media Day. Mark Stoops, every year it was just him saying, we're going to take the next step.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite summer tradition until they actually did.
The only other thing Stein said that just stuck out to me was he talked about the quarterback having a 70% completion percentage. And I'm thinking, it's a high bar to set there, buddy. Like 70, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's like.
What was the completion percentage leader in college football last year?
I mean, it could have been close to 70 maybe.
I'm gonna look it up.
I mean, you can, because when he said that, and he made
it actually,
and he made a bunch of comparisons to IU, which is, he talked about, Kurt, you thinking maybe an air raid type thing with Will and coming.
It's kind of nuts.
Oregon, but he wants to be a run team.
So there were several. How many quarterbacks do you think had a completed 70% or more of their passes last season?
Oh, I'd say 10, maybe 15.
9.
Okay.
Julian Sayin completed 77% of his passes last season.
Ohio State quarterbacks have it. The thing is, almost every Ohio State quarterback does good.
It's still nuts, though.
It is big.
77% is outrageous. He's throwing the ball 400 times.
Yeah, I mean, but he's. Yeah.
I mean, you would think that just with the sheer misfires on easy throws or drops on easy throws that number would be closer to 70.
Well, those dots don't go to Ohio State, but and the ones that did and they leave, they come to us and they're going to complete 70% passes.
Dylan Raiola and Carson Beck both 72.4. Fernando Mendoza was 72. Dante Moore was 71.8, and then Brad Jackson at Texas State, the fantasy legend, 71.8. Joe Labus at Central Michigan, Diego Pavia, and then Jackson Potter, the Washington State quarterback, all 70% or more.
The guy from Nebraska doing it surprises me because I've watched Nebraska play a few times last year, and that blows my mind. He's good, but I just didn't think they were. I mean, it's just that surprises me.
Keep in mind, he only played 9 games before he left the program.
Did he? Okay.
So
where did he transfer? I know I brought this.
Remember, it was going to be to us. Was the big thing.
Well, did he go to Washington out west or something? I wonder where he ended up. You've told me this 3 times. I keep forgetting.
Oregon.
Okay, so he did go to Oregon. So if anything, he may sit out and take over after Moore leaves.
Exactly. I think that's the game plan.
I know his dad was a Nebraska alum. That was the whole deal.
And his brother, right? Play the head.
Oh, was it? Okay. His dad was. Well, dad played for the Lions too, right?
Yes, Dominic.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it was rumored that he was going to be transferring to Louisville? You know, there was this big thing that because he always kind of cosplays as Patrick Mahomes, and he just does the whole thing. He's like mini Mahomes, and he takes it too far.
Where's 15?
And there was all this thing about he's just going to start like studying Lamar Jackson's intricacies. He's going to wear number 8 and just like do Lamar Jackson stuff. I would have, and I could be wrong, but I was very, 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 very much against Dylan Raiola transferring to Louisville. I just don't think that he's got it. But
I agree.
We were pretty sold on him, and then the price ended up being way too much.
I would try to make it look like my hype was real for it, but in the back of my mind, I'm with you. I'm like, this juice is not worth the squeeze.
It's
like and you can only blame Matt Rule so many times at Nebraska, but a little bit on the players too.
Yeah,
Matt Rule does kind of suck.
I mean, if we got frustrated with Miller Moss's decision when plays broke down,
oh good lord,
Dylan Raiola, I mean, he makes that type of play like 3 times a game.
Yeah,
sometimes he gets away with it, sometimes he doesn't, and it's tough.
We'd be giving away fruit beers at halftime to all the fans.
He would have made Jeff, like grow hair back and then lose it again, just so he could lose it again.
You get a wig, just rip it off and throw it.
I can't, like, that relationship, I'm not sure how that would have worked. He would have loved the intensity, but he would have hated the decision making. Because Jeff's, he wants you to run. He's like, my offense speaks for itself.
No,
all you got to do is run it, and you're going to be good. And when people don't do that, he gets upset. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll check in with the YouTube Nation folks as well and get back to the Game Day Men's Health text line. Keep the text coming at 502-414-1450. It's the Mike Rutherford Show. Back after this here on 1450 and 96.1, The Big X.
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Gate Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Pratt Sporting Goods is Southern Indiana's team sports specialist and is your local Adidas team product dealer. Pratt specializes in outfitting your team, organization, club, or business in apparel, hard goods, and accessories from Adidas and many others. Kratz offers fundraising opportunities for your team, organization, or club through online web stores. Let our friendly staff get you started today by calling 812-282-5400 or visit and shop at our website at kratsports.com.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson at Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's C-O-L-Y-E-R Law Firm. Call today.
Card Nation, your Louisville volleyball team is headed to Music City in September. Check out the team in the Broadway Block Party on September 6th. Your Cards look to take on Powerhouse, Texas in a matchup at Bridgestone Arena. Grab your tickets at gocards.com/VB Nashville today.
Check the back seat.
Come here.
Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with Auto Owners Insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
All eyes on Tuesday, a wave weather alert day. 2 rounds of storms possible. The first moving out of southern Indiana into Kentucky through the mid to late morning hours, and then another round could re-energize later in the afternoon. We'll keep our eyes open. On Wednesday, things are quieter, calmer, and cooler. Temperatures back in the lower 80s. From the Wave Storm Tracking Team, I'm Kevin Harnett.
This is Dugan Ryan. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about how we can help grow your business and have your business's brand associated with Big X Sports Radio. Give me a call today at 812-725-1457.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM. WXVW Jeffersonville. W241CK Jeffersonville.
Feeling down and dirty, feeling kind of mean. I've been from one to another extreme.
4 o'clock hour here, Monday edition, Mike Rutherford Show. 1450, 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey in the house.
I got an update for you on Tom Brady.
Okay. Can't wait for this.
Apparently, because I know you're just all for the Tom Brady WWF experience, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I can confirm I was letting know by our man, DJ Yates, that he was in both the video game this year and last year's video game as a playable character.
In what video games?
WWE video games.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, obviously, him and Nick Khan, I don't know if you know who that is. He's pretty much the guy.
I remember Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, not related. Tony Khan owns AW. Nick Khan is like the COO or whatever.
Okay.
He's a big shot up there with Triple H. Apparently, they're like best buddies. So this is, I'm assuming, some kind of, hey, you want to hang out with me and we'll pay you under the table.
He doesn't have to do it. He doesn't need the money.
I mean,
what are you doing?
You don't know that. How much did Giselle take?
I mean, he's being paid like the top paid football broadcaster in the world, even though he sucks at it.
Oh, no, my bad. Confused. Apparently, he was referring to New Jack, not Tom Brady.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Also, New Jack is not in jail. He died in 2021.
R.I.P. New Jack.
So 5 years late on that.
Had no idea that he died.
I should at least know.
I was gonna say that's more.
Yeah, that's my. Yeah, I had no idea he passed either. I was kind of thought. It was sad as though thinking Tom Brady was in the games didn't surprise me.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
You know, I love that you're giving WB hate, because if it was AEW, we'd be all for it.
No.
We would.
I think that.
Throw me
it's
a
not even
bone,
hate.
damn
Again,
it.
I don't like Tom Brady. I just think it's ridiculous that he's reducing himself to this. And
You're only doing today's with me. Throw me an AEW.
these
bone.
fake storylines. Well, I mean, I do prefer AEW.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's all I
It's
heard.
way better, obviously.
Moving on.
Obviously. When I watch my 30 seconds of wrestling per year, I choose AEW.
I don't watch much wrestling, but when I do, I choose
AEW.
Yeah.
I actually don't, but it's okay. What do you make of, before you go to the text line, there's become a war of words between the ACC and I guess the Big Ten now.
Really? We're picking a fight with?
And kind of the SEC.
Didn't we go to the Big 12 maybe?
Well, I mean, the Big 12 was like trying to act like they're better than us, and we're just sort of like, we don't pay attention.
Okay.
So Pat Narduzzi was the big one. Pat Narduzzi over the weekend, or I guess it was Friday, was talking about, I've coached everywhere. Like, let me tell you right now, the ACC, it's the best conference I've ever coached in, which, you know, like, everyone wants to hype their conference up, and I think even the most staunch ACC guys were like, all right, you can tone it down just a little bit.
We know we're not the SEC.
But he's specifically about the Big Ten. He said, it's better than the Big Ten. It's got more skill. I've said that for years, and I'm going to stick to my guns. So today, you also had Missouri's Eli Drinkwitz talking about the Big Ten. Keep in mind, this is the conference that now has won 3 consecutive national titles. And
doesn't mean they don't have skill.
He said the reason why this is happening, because everybody's sort of like, oh, it's obvious. We have an expanded playoff. There's more money for everybody to be able to pay players, as opposed to just the SEC cheating like the way that they have forever. That's why the SEC is suddenly looking human in football. And Eli Drinkwitz says the reason why the Big Ten's why the Big Ten has been dominating the college football playoff is because of its non-conference schedules. He said they don't play a non-conference A4 game.
Who do they play it for then?
I mean, I like conferences going after other conferences.
I kind of do.
If you're the ACC and the SEC and you want people to be taking down the Big Ten, are Pat Narduzzi and Eli Drinkwitz necessarily like the generals you want to be leading this battle? Like, I don't think that's who you're anointing as the people in charge. Like, maybe you go after
like Jared Kushner to talk to Iran.
Yeah, maybe we could get Kirby Smart and Dabo Sweeney to say something. Maybe we could get Jeff Brom to weigh in a little bit here. Maybe we could get Mike Norvell to say something. I don't think it needs to be Narduzzi and Drinkwitz leading the charge against the Big Ten.
Well, see, I like Drinkwitz just because you kind of know he's gonna say something maybe smart aleck. Like I can Narduzzi, I never really pictured that as. Like I thought he was more kind of like a close to the vest, you know. Maybe I'm wrong in terms of his comments. Has he been out like fourth right before about stuff?
I mean, he's not overly like brash, but he has said things. He's defended the ACC. He and Rhett Lashley, I feel like, have been the ones that have talked about
like I could see Rhett Lashley
ACC more than anybody else.
The young kid, new to the scene a little bit. I could see him being more kind of, I don't know, throwing shade. Is that what the kids say?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean. They used to.
I do like how you bring up the Big Ten talking about SC cheating, and in the background of my computer screen is a article about the Michigan AD and Michigan scandaling. I'm like,
Ward Manuel.
I mean,
last year,
seriously. Like, I mean, do we really need to bring up glass houses and stones if you're the Big Ten? I mean,
I did love that everybody was like, "Why? What happened? Man? Why are you stepping up?" Seems like things are going great.
Like, if you would be the Big Ten, you want to run, you puff your chest all you want, but don't be like, yeah, you all were cheaters, though. It's like, seriously, dude, you can't read the room here a little bit.
The best quote about this whole thing has been Ed Orgeron.
Now, there's a guy that can give a quote.
Yeah, when he went, I think it was on Pardon My Take, or it was one of the big podcasts, and he just, they were like, how has being able to legally pay players really changed things in the SEC? And he said, well, we used to have to go in the back door to pay those kids. Now we can just walk in the front door. And like just out in the open, a guy who has lots of experience.
Money too,
who has lots of experience in the SEC. I mean, we all kind of knew what was going on, and now even people that are actively coaching in the SEC are like, I mean, yeah, of course we were.
I mean, I have a friend who played at Alabama in the late 90s. He played with Sean Alexander. And I was talking to him a couple weeks ago about the NIL stuff, and he's like, man, I guess beats the $50 handshakes I'd get once a week, or $200 I'd get maybe every other week. And I'm like, oh, you're paid? He's like, oh, yeah, I got paid every week. He's like, I don't care. I'm just telling you. But it's like, I wanted more. Like, it's maybe it's inflation because it has been 26 years, but still.
Well, I told the story while you were gone. I've got a good friend who was, I don't know if I won't name names here, who was very good, close friends with a player who ended up playing football at U of L. But he was a big-time recruit coming out of this area. And they took a visit to he played on, my friend played on the football team, but he wasn't, it was one of those where, like, he got invited to, like, recruiting visits, but he wasn't actually being recruited.
Okay.
So he was just sort of going along with his buddy. And to Tennessee for a recruiting visit.
Oh.
And, there was always those stories about the girls that got, assigned the recruits.
Wow. Tennessee, there's more than one story, okay?
Yeah. So he, he's like, it was true. He's like, we, they bring you in, you meet the coach, everyone's together, and then they bring these girls in, and everybody kind of gets assigned a girl to quote unquote show them around. And he's like, we went to the game, and this was November, and it was pretty cold, and he's like, my buddy and his girl are sitting underneath a blanket together.
Oh.
And
I know where this is going.
Yeah. And so like. He's like, we leave the game, we go back, like, we have some downtime, and my buddy's like, did you get J.O.'d? And he was like, no. And he's like, yeah. He was like, it happened during the game, and he was like, to completion? He was like, yeah, to completion. And he was like, I guess I didn't get the jerker because they knew that I wasn't a real recruit. And he was like, that was something that happened at a Tennessee football recruiting visit.
Did you at least get a kiss?
I mean, you would think, yeah. Can you at least like hold my hand during the game at some point in time? Tell me that you think I'm handsome. Like, give me something.
Can I get a dry hump or something? I mean, come on.
I did not get this treatment on my Transylvania baseball recruiting visit, by the way, in case anybody was wondering.
Well, that's why Transylvania has not won any championships.
Exactly.
Right away.
That's why I didn't go there.
I didn't go there. He went to. I can imagine what Dayton offered.
We took like a 3-hour daytime visit on like a Tuesday. And just met the coach and like saw the facilities. I would have loved to have been like, "Hey, where are the girls?"
Do you really want the daytime 2 p.m. girl? I mean,
Transit.
Transit. I mean, seriously.
Yes.
You think you're downgrading going to the strip club at 1 p.m. when you see the Tuesday 2 p.m. Transit girl?
I mean, I did have a friend who was a soccer recruit, also ended up playing at U of L before transferring out to a different school, who lost his virginity on a recruiting visit at Lehigh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was one of those where he's like, I don't know if it was just like because I was on a recruiting visit or whatever, but he was like, he's a senior in high school, and he's like, I told the girl afterward that it was my first time, and she was like, oh, do you want my number or something? It was like the most awkward way.
Man, I was so waiting for a grandma's boy quote right there.
I was like, you're a low-level soccer recruit. How are they treating you like this? What's going on out here?
You were like my 3,000th and something.
Yeah.
Should have worn condom.
We lost banners for less than what Lehigh was doing in its recruiting soccer efforts back in the early 2000s. Absurd.
So that's how they beat Duke with C.J. McCollum.
That's exactly right. Why do you think he stayed all 4 years?
No, bro. That's a good point.
My buddy just texted me because you can't tell stories about me on air.
He didn't say your name.
I didn't say your name or what happened.
But I do have one follow-up question. Did he get her number? Did he get married? What happened?
No, they did not get married.
I don't ever hook up again?
Friend, you can text me and let me know if you ever actually ended up texting.
Oh, you don't know that one? Okay.
I know that he got her number.
Oh, well, that's good. Hey, that's half the battle.
I had the school wrong. Sorry, it was George Washington.
Okay. Wow, that's a big jump, though.
A10.
Lehigh's in Ohio, right?
No, it's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, well, at least I was in the right area.
Lehigh's a much better school.
I know. Yeah, I know it mainly because of
George Washington soccer, man, just goes to no lengths to dirty it up and try to get good at soccer. What was George Washington's boys soccer record this past season?
I think of George Washington. The only things I can think of are Mike Jarvis and Yinka Dare.
Oh yeah, I think that's where everybody's mind.
Yinka Dare didn't he have?
They beat UMass.
I believe
George Washington this past season went 2-11-4, including an 0-7-1 mark in A10 play. They're not stealing kids' virginities the way that they used to. I'll say that.
You get some better girls out there.
My buddy said did not talk to her, did not hook up again.
Oh, what? That's kind of mean.
I mean, I don't think he ever went back. He didn't go to George Washington. They didn't get him. He went to U of L. Texter says 502-414-1450 is the Gameday Men's Health text line. Hey, Mike, tell Trevor I got a lakeside guest ticket for him anytime he wants it. Get those laps in, Trev.
What would you do if you came into the country club and found me sitting in the stogie room just chilling?
There's no stogie room.
There's a stogie room.
I'm telling you would fit in great at Lakeside. Nobody would do a double take. There's a guy that I see there every single day who looks just like Earthquake, the old WWE wrestler, WWF wrestler.
You know what's sad is when you look back at that, he was like in his mid-20s during that time.
I watched that Dark Side of the Ring about
Yeah, it's like amazing to find out how old. Like, no way that guy went in his 40s. He's like 28.
Podcast Random Thoughts guy says, the wedding vow renewal talk hurt me to the core. Oh, boy. Oh, not only did TK leave my wife and me at the altar, he allows Mike and Jacob to crap all over wedding renewals. Was it a wedding renewal that they wanted you to do?
I can't remember either. And I didn't mean to leave you at the altar. I mean,
I don't remember this being. For some reason, I thought, first of all, I didn't remember that it was PRTG that was going to Paris. But I thought he was getting married. He said, in my defense, we were going to Paris for our anniversary, and someone planted the seed in my head. It was great, but it could have been better if Trevor was an honest person. I know you all.
Oh, code up now.
You said you were going to do it, and you just didn't do it.
Well, I couldn't. You didn't. I couldn't afford to go to Paris. I showed up in Paris, Kentucky. You weren't there.
They would have paid for you. Shout out to Alvin Sims, Paris, Kentucky.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, good job.
He also says, I know you all love sports docs, but I might be really late on this one from 2023. The Saint of Second Chances on Netflix was fantastic. I've never even heard of that.
Who's that about? Yeah, I'm not familiar with this.
The Saint. It's like Last Chance of You.
Well,
Saint of Second Chances.
No, Last Chance is more of like a reality show than documentary,
which I loved.
See, I hate.
Well, it's not a reality show. It's a sports doc. Reality shows are like games.
I sometimes have trouble finding the difference between the two.
I know you do. You mention that all the time.
I know.
Mike Veck, son of legendary Major League Baseball owner Bill Veck, blows up his father's career and then spends the next few decades learning the value of something, cuts off after.
You hate Bill Veck, don't you?
I mean,
I feel like I've mentioned him once before, and you got like.
I don't hate him.
You did the Pete Rose thing. You were like,
no, I mean, I think he hit some ridiculous promotion. I think he was probably more good for the sport than bad.
If he had brought the athletics to Louisville, we'd love him more.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, I hate him for that, but that really wasn't his fault.
I mean, night games, I think he was one of the leaders in night games, I believe.
He had some hits and misses.
Going to the old yellow ball was probably not one of the good ones.
No. Disco night, bad.
Disco night was bad. Well, it did give us some entertainment, though, in some way or another. But
well, if that was the goal, then yeah, he did a lot of things that we still talk about today.
He did. I know there was some. Yeah, he was out there. He was wacky a little bit.
I might watch this.
I'm kind of curious about it too.
It's got good reviews. I know. I've never even heard of this.
I don't remember his son. I don't remember having his son having issues or anything like that. I just know Bill Beck. I mean,
well, it sounds like he just spent all his money on other stuff and had fun.
Okay. He won't be the first kid to do that with a daddy's wealth money. I mean,
yeah, spends the next few decades learning the value of a second chance.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna give it. Second time we'll give it.
Interesting story. I feel bad about our wedding renewal talk.
Why?
Because we kind of crapped all over PRTG.
Well, first of all,
okay,
there's no we. There's no we. It was you. I had no problem with wedding renewals. You're the one that basically said
you have no problem with wedding vow renewals.
No, I mean, well, I'm not really big a fan of weddings in general, but I mean, if you're going to get it renewed, just do it.
My buddy says
you're the one that said it was all cheaters that do it only.
We have a quick update on George Washington.
Okay,
so when he took this recruiting visit, we were seniors in high school. 2002 was the fall.
Okay.
They won the A10 that year, 2002.
Well, okay. That makes sense then.
So they were actively, they're getting their recruits laid on their visits, and they're winning A10 championships. They're not doing it anymore. Now they're winning 0 games in the A10. That's their issue. Or maybe the girls weren't pretty enough. I don't know.
I mean, that girl's daughter could be the introduction person now.
In all seriousness, the fact that I'm telling these are all anecdotes. These are stories from people that I knew in real life, and I remember stories from other people that I knew in real life taking recruiting visits. The fact that we had a legitimate national title banner taken down for less than this,
I know,
is it really truly we're making jokes about this.
Bad timing.
It is truly extraordinary.
It was just I've said it 100 times. If our issues get found out or done 5-10 years earlier, no one gives a bleep. I mean, it maybe does, but doesn't nowhere near as much as it does. It just
if we just had
it's bad timing.
If we'd had normal students in there throwing dollar bills, we would have been fine.
The normal students were hanging out with the hotter girls.
That's the other thing too.
Does that really? That does. That has to bug us more than anything. It's not the. If anything, it's just that we got uggos. That's the worst part about it, right?
The worst
there's worse parts, but I mean that's that is the ultimate
the worst
lemon
part
juice
about
in
it,
our wound.
One of the worst parts about it is how just amateurish the entire people when you hear Louisville was having prostitutes to dance for recruits and all this stuff, you imagine it as this well maintained operation where everybody's in on this, everybody's talking about this. It was as simple as Andre McGee watched too many basketball videos growing up and was like, hey, I want to get some girls. Again, he's the ops director. He's not even a full-time assistant. And he talks to this barber that is like, hey, I know this girl who's a stripper. Maybe she could help out. And it's that simple. And then McGee starts texting this Katina Powell and is like, hey, would you come to the dorm and dance for my basketball play? He wanted to look cool to the players on the team that he was an ops director for, and that's how this whole thing got going.
And buy them beer like everyone else does.
I mean, or just act your age. Be 25, 26. Grow up a little bit. Trevor's stepdad says Mike or the Reds back.
Papa.
No. We hit 1 billion home runs in games that don't matter.
Now, are we officially in the second half of the season?
Yeah.
Because of the All-Star break. Okay, I didn't know if we'd gotten.
They play more games in quote unquote the first. It's not evenly split, which I didn't realize growing up. They don't play 81 games and then 81 games. They play more games in the first half than they do the second.
I'm 46 years old. At 420, I'm finding this out for the first time. They don't do that?
No. Let's look at the standings right now.
That never even occurred to me.
The Rays are 56-42, which means they've played 98 games. So
yeah,
they played 90 plus games before the All-Star break.
Huh.
The first half of the season is longer than the second half.
I never really even. I don't know if it's just I didn't care enough to realize that. I never realized that.
We don't talk about baseball on the show. That's why.
Well, that's probably why. Yeah. Who won our game that we picked though the other last week? I think.
Which one was that?
Didn't we pick the?
We picked the one on Thursday. The Phillies versus Mets.
Did we ever
was the only game on.
Never mind. Okay.
And I believe
I don't remember if we ever brought.
You were right. I know because the Mets won.
Okay.
Upset on the road. You got that game right.
So I guess we didn't.
And then Friday about England.
Okay, so she wanted so badly for France to come back because when they went up 4-0, she's like, "Well, it's 4-0." I'm like, "Turn it off. It's over." She's like, "They might come back. You don't know." I'm like, "No, they're not coming. It's over. Just watch TVG."
Nancy knows ball.
She comes in there. I kid you, she looked like Tim Curry when in Home Alone 2 when the credit card gets reported stolen for
nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That grin he makes.
Not really.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. He makes that evil grin. She comes in there, gives me that grin, and goes, "It's 4-3." It's like they're coming back. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I was right. You were wrong. I get it.
I love it. Rub it in. Why not? Take your victory lap, Nancy. We love it.
At that time, right then, like England scores. I'm like, she's like, shut up. She walks back out of the room.
Texas' best news of the day is no Riddler for a while. Be nice to them.
Aw.
Texas says it looks like Tyler just committed to Nolan Smith at Tennessee State. Surely nothing could go wrong there.
Wait, he's still playing?
Yeah. He was he was really good at UC San Diego last year, and until he got kicked off the team, and that was pretty much it. That's not a bad spot for him going to Tennessee State. I mean, I'll say this, there were stories about what Nolan Smith was and wasn't doing when he was an assistant coach here, and like how much he maybe played into the lack of success we had here. There were a lot of people that defended him and said, we'd be better off if Nolan was the head coach. Those people have been a little bit rectified, justified in saying that. He goes to Tennessee State, his very first year there, they win the OVC and go play in the NCAA tournament. And now he's taken a bunch of recruits that at one point in time, or a bunch of transfers that at one point in time were pretty high-level recruits, and convinced them to go play there. He is, if they have another really good season, would not be shocked at all if he goes ahead and gets a head coaching job at a slightly elevated program. He's did a really good job last year. There's no way around it.
Am I uncool to not be a fan of Nolan Smith?
No, I'm not either. I mean, there were a lot of. I heard enough back during when he was here to not like the way that he handled.
I mean, not just that, just like the entire storyline. I mean, obviously his dad played here, yada yada. There's your have your drink, but then he doesn't come here. He goes to Duke. Then he does kind of come here as an assistant, which is and the whole time he's here is just like he's almost giving us the Kenny Payne speech of just be thankful I'm here. I'm gonna interview for a D-League job or whatever it was he was doing, and then he leaves. I don't know. I feel like he just wants to use us off of our love because of his dad playing here, and has no intention of ever liking us. It kind of annoys me a little bit.
What I can say is, and this is not a personal opinion, it's just something that I can say, is there were a lot of people who worked at U of L who were hoping he was going to get that job in the G League. I mean, he definitely did not endear himself to some people while he was here, and that doesn't mean that he can't be a really good head coach. There are a lot of people that have that burn bridges on their way to the top, and kind of solidified themselves as not the friendliest people in the world, but ended up becoming successes. And look, I mean, there's no way around it. He had a great first year as a head coach. We'll see what happens from here, but didn't help out when we were in basketball hell for 2 years.
I guess I expected more from a man who played youth league soccer with my cousin Olivia for his dad as a coach.
There you go.
That's the reason I actually have a Derek Smith autographed Kings picture, because he was coaching his son in Little League soccer, and my cousin played on the team with him.
Texas says CFB here. This guy. I've got a bone to pick with the people in charge of this Bahamas trip. How the hell in 2026 is there a way we can watch high school games of all types on a regular basis, but somehow can't afford to coordinate someone with a camera and a tripod to tape the game? For God's sakes, nobody gives a crap about the Reds, and yet somehow there's a video evidence of their mediocrity every year. Ridiculous. Suck it, Mike. P.S. Still on Feeney watch. Was at Disney last week, so sorry if I missed it. We have not gotten the official Feeney. Danny was also on vacation last week, so
you're not going to get Feeney until the last week. Or I guess it's official elimination, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's at Danny's discretion.
Well,
he posts the Feeney gif when we've gotten to a point where, in his eyes, the season's done. It's over. And I don't think we're there yet. is there a world where the Reds could reel off like 20 straight wins? Sure.
Yeah.
Is that world like 0.0001% likely? Also sure. But as long as there's a possibility, I don't want, because there was, I think last year, we were like one game away. We're like one loss away from him sending the Feeney gift. And if he would have sent the Feeney gift in a year where we ultimately made the playoffs, which would have looked ridiculous.
It would kill the Feeney gift.
Yeah, you can't do that. So we're on watch for sure. But they won 2 out of 3 over the weekend.
Who are they playing?
They beat the Rockies 2 out of 3. They play the Mariners starting tonight.
A little West Coast trip then?
Yeah.
You like the West Coast trips, you can stay up late.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
I miss West Coast. I agree. That's kind of the fun thing.
Well, I mean, I would, but I'm not going to watch now because they suck.
No.
I can't stand it. Texas, it's pretty funny at this point how those Rick Pitino players lose to UK in the exact same way every single time. By halftime, they have full control. We fight back, but they keep us at arm's length. We have a brief glimmer of hope towards the end. They pull it out. There does seem to be a pattern.
The
only difference of this one was we got beat by non-UK players. So it doesn't really count. Let's take a break. When we come back, final hour of the show. I've got one last World Cup thought, and then I promise we'll get to the keep going on the Game Day Men's Health text line.
I want to let the World Cup go.
We're not checked in on the YouTube chat as well either there. We'll rectify that after the break, so keep it locked right here. It's the Rutherford Show, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs.
Guns, Gears, Deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with Auto Owners Insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
As a proud sponsor of the Mike Rutherford Show and Louisville Cardinals basketball, United Mechanical is committed to providing the same reliability on and off the court. United Mechanical is Kentuckiana's business-winning choice for reliable HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration services. Season after season, call United Mechanical, your trusted home team partner at 502-339-1133. That's 502-339-1133. Let's go Cards.
Introducing the 1909 Society, the new giving society of Louisville Athletics. Become a member and unlock exclusive access, premium experiences, and insider benefits while supporting student athletes. Visit gocards.com/1909 Society to learn more. Through the 1909 Society, donor generosity ensures Louisville Athletics is positioned not just to adapt, but to thrive in the rapidly changing college athletics landscape. Join today and be part of the legacy. Visit gocards.com/1909 Society to learn more.
Defining a new era in men's health, Gameday Mens Health delivers real results with no shortcuts. From testosterone replacement, weight loss to peptides, vitamins, and sexual performance therapy, Gameday Mens Health will have you covered. Their in-house lab gives you answers in just 15 minutes, and our clinic is designed for men who value privacy, speed, and results. Visit GameDayMensHealth.com. Real men, real science, most importantly, real change. Visit GameDayMensHealth.com.
When design is key to your landscape project, give Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge has more experience than any landscape company in the area. Remember, Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key to your project and you want the most experienced landscaping company in the area. Give Walnut Ridge a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key.
My name is Terry Schultz, CEO for the Rutherford County Area Habitat for Humanity. Republic Bank has really been a game changer. They have invested not only financially, but time to really listen so that we can move our mission forward. What I like about Republic Bank is they've come in asking, what are your needs? And I don't know that you get that any other place.
That's Terry's story. Now let's get to work on yours. Republic Bank. Time to thrive. Member FDIC.
Monday edition, Mike Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1, Big X, Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey's here, playing any sort of music theme today? Or
yeah, it's Trevor fell asleep last night and forgot to do the Rutherford music of the day the night before like I always do.
That's fine.
So I had to do it on the way here between 11:30 and 12. And so I just had to go with what was in my wheelhouse.
No issues with that.
Pretty much classic rock. I was like, hey, you know what? I like to try to mix up, different decades each day and something new, like a little Olivia. What's her name?
Dean or Rodrigo?
Rodrigo,
There's two of them now.
Well, and Baston, who's my cousin.
Not a big-time music artist.
No, but as I pointed out, played soccer with Nolan Smith.
Just as famous.
So, but today, again, that's my excuse. So, you had Leonard Skinner, I guess, we had Eagles, Rolling Stone. And a little Pink Floyd did the show. So just a little hard rock day. It's like just pretend like it's 3 a.m. and you're watching an AOL CD promotion.
It is the final hour of the show today. I think we'd be remiss. I know we've got U of L stuff, and we spent the bulk of the day talking about the TBT and the game on Saturday, the game tonight, and as well as the lack of broadcast controversy for the games next week. But the World Cup has given us so much here in this, like the desert period of sports around this area where we're just making up stuff to talk about. If there's a funny news story, we're definitely going to bring it up on this show. And the World Cup was a godsend for all of us that are just, especially fans of certain baseball teams that aren't good. It was great to have a reason not to watch them play on weeknights when you came home from work.
Baseball, you speak of.
Yeah, we don't talk about it on the show. That's why I'm referring to it. We're not naming names. We're not saying names of teams. We're not saying names of fans that had to do this. So the World Cup came to an end on Sunday. Spain, it was sort of a whatever final. A lot of people compared Spain, I saw this yesterday, to the old Virginia basketball, which I think is a pretty apt comparison.
I compared them to the 2000 Ravens, the way their defense shut you down, their offense just doing just enough.
I think that works as well. I mean, they gave up 1 goal the whole damn tournament, which is insane.
Do you realize the only game they didn't win was the opening game that the guy bet $1 million on them to win?
I don't remember the guy making that bet.
I do. Because me and Pete laughed about the guy.
It was against Cabo Verde, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And he put $1 million on them to win, and that was the only game they drew, and then won every game after that. So that poor dude put $1 million on the only game they didn't win.
Yeah. I mean, so you had that going on. And we get the, Spain dominated yesterday. Mm-hmm. And there's a sense that if it goes to PKs, the advantage is for Argentina, because they apparently are incredible at PKs, and Spain has lost, I think, 3 of the last 4 times they've had to do PKs. So it felt like a just ending with them winning 1-0, at least to me. But when we look back at this World Cup on the whole, I feel like it was kind of a rousing success for us, and to a lesser extent, Mexico and Canada, who helped put this thing on. I know there was some controversy with the Flo Balogun stuff, and I guess some people talked about like prices for some of these. But it feels like all the matches were very well attended. Mm-hmm. There was no gigantic disaster. There was no pitch that was just like terrible, or no stadium that had a horrible experience. You had great storylines throughout the tournament. You had the biggest stars in the world pretty much stepping up to a man and giving remarkable performances. You had the Americans for a period getting the entire country behind them and getting excited about the World Cup and getting excited about soccer before they ultimately flamed out. And then you had the best countries in the world playing in the Final Four. I'm going to remember this summer as one of my favorite World Cups, Trev. I don't know about you.
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, it's, you know what, and I've watched all the World Cups pretty much except for like 2022, really, since 2002, 98-ish maybe. And, you know, I remember little bits here and there, and maybe that'll be the same when this is come and gone after 4 more years. But
yeah,
like there was just I don't think I had so many other I did multiple games with England and Mexico, Cape Verde and Argentina, you know, England or Egypt and Argentina. I mean, there was just
bangers.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just going to knockout. I hadn't even gotten to the group stage where there were some good games too, and you know, USA making their run, blowing, you know, just beating the crap out of Paraguay right off the bat. You know, just it had all kind, you know, great memories. It obviously helps being here, you know, and like I said, the time zone thing I think is a definite plus, but it's still, even if it had been over, you know, in Europe somewhere, I think I would still have enjoyed it much. I'm very sad to see it end. I don't know what I'm going to do now. What am I going to watch? Like, I mean, what am I just going to play video games, watch more movies? What am I going to do? Like, I'm feeling lost, Mike. I need your help. Like, yeah, help me, dude.
I mean, it did feel depressing to wake up this morning and be like, there's no more World Cup to watch for the rest, you know, for 4 more years. We'll have the Women's World Cup next summer, which we'll have a better chance to win. But like the problem with the only problem with the Women's World Cup is it feels like there are like 3 teams that have a chance to win it.
We're not one
every year. No, we usually are.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
But like you kind of, I don't know. It's like you're killing time until you get to the knockout stages, and then which I guess maybe is how fans of Spain and Argentina feel watching. But like, you know, they got pushed throughout the tournament.
Spain's World Cup women are the reigning champion, aren't they?
Right. We were bad the last cycle. We got knocked off in the first round of the knockouts.
Have we won since like the 90s?
Oh yeah,
we've
won multiple times.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't follow the Women's World Cup as much as I probably should. I apologize.
I think we'd won 2 in a row before the last one.
Okay. So I felt like we dominated the beginning, and then the rest of the world was like, okay, we'll teach our women to play sports. Like,
no, we've won 4 titles. We won.
But 2 of them were in the 90s.
91, 99, 2015, 2019, which is the most of anybody.
There, wasn't there?
Yeah, nobody has won more than 2 besides us.
Okay.
So
good.
Yeah, we lost in 2023, which was the cycle where it seemed like we'd like retired all of the older players that had been so good, and the ones that were hanging on, probably they were doing a Neymar where it was like, we don't need them to be hanging around.
But even that's next year. Like I need next few weeks.
You're gonna have to watch like professional side. We have Lou City.
Well, and then I'll follow Lou City. I do. I mean, I see him on the guide. I always watch. If I can make it out to a game, I would.
I watched a little on Saturday, flipping back and forth between that and TBC, and they're getting their ass kicked by Pittsburgh. I was like, okay, well, not watching this anymore.
But I'm not watching, you know, the team that plays in, you know, up north, and I'm not watching, you know, I
don't even know what team you're referring to.
Up north, like past the border, Toronto.
Oh, baseball. I thought you would.
Well, I was trying to avoid saying actual baseball, but
okay.
For your sake, I was trying to be nice, but you know, screw it, I guess. I guess, I mean, there's not really. I watched Project Hail Mary, and there's no other movie like on my list that I haven't seen. I'm a little concerned. This is like a bad time for Trevor.
We've only got 48 days until football.
I know, 48 days. That's a lot of time to fill.
You can get yourself into trouble in 48 days.
You have no idea how much.
Less than 48 days.
Yeah. Sometimes I only need 48 hours.
Yeah.
I don't. Help me, Mike. What am I going to do? Should I learn montage?
Mahjong.
Whatever.
Maybe.
I did love that I was watching a Seinfeld and that came on. I was like, wait a minute.
You sent me that over the weekend. It was very nice.
That was what I watched instead of the halftime show of the World Cup, by the way.
You didn't see the halftime show?
So
it was wild.
It came on, and I guess it's Madonna. It started with
Madonna,
who I've seen current pictures of Madonna that's got to be AI adjusted because there's like
she looked good.
Yeah, and I haven't seen her look good in like 25 years. And that's coming from me. You know, I have no like sense of desperate. I'm desperate for anything. But I saw that, and the first thing I did was like, ooh, the Smelly Car episode of Seinfeld starting on Comedy Central. I'm just going to watch, and I flipped it over and I never went back.
Well, it was crazy. Before the match, you had Nicole Scherzinger helping to sing the FIFA anthem, who is Louisvillian.
Okay.
Went to Manual High.
She's graduated my year, I think, like 98, I think it was. 19.
Sounds about right. And then you had, right after that, for some reason, Tom Cruise is in the middle of the field, like giving a rousing speech. Tom Cruise not great and also kind of crazy. But they also put him in a situation where he had to look crazy. He's like all over the world. And I was like, am I on drugs right now? What's going on? Why do we have Tom Cruise out there by himself?
Does he have like a Mission Impossible movie coming out or something?
I don't know what was going on. But it was very, very strange. And then the halftime show was just like this hodgepodge of, they bring out Madonna, who sings music makes and then it's like Justin Bieber introduced by Ted Lasso.
I did see that,
and he's playing a like slow song on a solo guitar. I was like, is this what the people want from Bieber right now? Like, give us something more upbeat a little bit here. Let's go, Biebs.
I like how the halftime show felt like a TBD halftime show.
It did. Well, but a lot of big stars, but just kind of like it felt very straight. The Muppets were on there at one point.
That's what Coach Ty told me. I was like, which Muppet? He's like, I don't know.
Shakira gets out there. She's shaking ass. She's looking good.
Yeah.
She looks great. She's fantastic. She always has been. Well, it was just like, it was very strangely put together, though.
I mean, are you telling me Madonna didn't sing Cry For Me, Argentina?
She didn't.
I mean, how do you not do that at halftime of Argentina in the World Cup?
Well, I think the context there matters, but if she'd come out there after the game and was like, "Do cry for me," would have been a little bit more difficult.
I honestly don't even know the words in the movie. I think I fell asleep during it.
I never left you. You saw Evita in the theater?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Bold.
Well, you gotta remember, this was the 90s, Mike, where we didn't have everything streamed to the house. Like, going to the theater was actual entertainment.
I'm aware. I grew up in the 90s.
There was a reason to go to the theater. Like, you couldn't just be like, not that I was anticipating with bated breath to see Argentina, but I can't remember. We just went, I paid for worse. I paid for Kazam once.
Okay. Let's go to the YouTube chat since we've left YouTube Nation on an island here the entire show. Apologies for that. Let's read your comments. A2 Lane says, RIP to Blue Jays legend Dwayne Ward.
Dwayne Ward passed away?
It looks like it just about 2 hours ago.
Wow.
62 years old.
You
reliever on the 90s championship.
Yeah, you remember Dwayne Ward, right?
Of course.
He was the setup man for the first year when we had Tom Hinkie, and then he became the closer the next year. Hinkie went to the Rangers, I believe. He signed a big deal with them. Would go on and actually play for the Yankees, too, but Ward was our closer. That was the only year. Like, after that year, he got injured, and then it was never like, I think he was out of baseball within another year.
How about this, though?
That's
for
insane.
the Blue Jays, appeared in 19 postseason games, 3-0 with a 1.13 ERA.
He was a beast.
And 2 saves in 8 career World Series appearances.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Like I said, he was the setup guy the first year.
So he was also famously, Trev,
yeah, the
winning pitcher for Game 6 of the 93 World Series that ended with Joe Carter's walk-off home run.
Yeah, he would have. Okay, I didn't know he was the one pitching at the time, but yeah, that makes sense.
That's nuts. And you're right. He missed the entire 94 season because of an arm injury.
I think he never really played again. I mean, maybe he had a little glimpse, I guess, after that, right?
Yeah, appeared in just 4 games in 95 before retiring that year.
Yeah, the injury he had must have been bad. I remember him just kind of
beast in his prime.
I mean, he had a good 3-year run, yeah. Like I said, our first championship team, that bullpen, David Wells was a setup guy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, our bench, Todd Stoudemire was like a reliever. I think Pinkin was on that roster. I mean, our first pitching staff in 92 was stacked.
Babu says, bravo on you and what you wrote. Come on, Louisville. Thanks.
Yeah, come on, Louisville.
I reached out to another person with Floyd Street Media, and he said they're still trying to make something happen with the ACC. I don't know why the ACC. I can't understand why this would be.
Well, why was it supposedly not an issue when Doster and them did it 2 years ago?
I don't know. I think at that point in time, Floyd Street Media was technically a part of U of L, and maybe that was the difference. I honestly I can't give you an answer.
But Doster didn't even work for. He's Field of 60.
I know. Yeah, and neither does Terrence Oglesby. They're both,
I know Field. I guess the Floyd Street is that supposedly under the umbrella of Field of 68 in some way? I guess or
no.
Okay. I know they do a lot of collaborating, but
Floyd Street Media and Field of 68.
Well, yeah, because doesn't Grossman work for them and stuff?
Grossman has no affiliation with his podcast name is Floyd Street's Finest.
Oh, maybe that's
there's
right. Okay, that's right.
He has no affiliation with.
I was confusing the two then. Apparently,
Yeah.
Okay.
A2 Atlanta says, which bar did Mike Bray hit up after the game on Saturday? I did have to post the Facebook post today when, or at least the screenshot of it, when Mike Bray posted a picture of himself at Freedom Hall, which was someone tagging me back in 2014 he's like, suddenly I'm at Headliners and a wild Mike Bray appears. I was a little shocked to see him there, so I walked up and I said, are you Mike Bray, 5 overtime Mike Bray? His response was, bleep, yeah, I am, and then took a picture with everybody.
I mean,
he's the coolest.
Yeah, you gotta like him. Yeah,
love him. He's on the call tonight.
I did like how he embraced the TBT atmosphere by looking like he's put on some weight too.
He's retired.
I'm not hating. Trust me. Look, anybody watching on YouTube knows that for sure.
He'll be out tonight. Keep your wives out of Headliners tonight. Mike Bray will be in the house. Prushiki says Chris Coffey leading rebounder in Game 1. Sure could have used that on the Ville Russ. Prushiki did preemptively call out Russ for not signing Seneca High School legend Chris Coffey, and then he kind of hurt us a little bit on Saturday. Also says, shout out to my fellow Owen County alum, Carson Williams. He did play well for us. B-Ball fan 1234 says, any news on Reese Alston? Nothing new from the last couple weeks. I think Louisville's in good shape there. I know we followed the Caden Daughtry kid that had such a huge weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're recruiting him actively as well. Beckham Black, by the way, watching more of him. That kid's going to be a superstar.
Are we in recruiting for him, though?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, I think he reeks of a Dookie. So we'll see him.
I know what you meant to say there, but it's just
I didn't.
Reeks of a Dookie.
Reeks of a Dookie.
Wow. Well, he might want to wipe a little better, but okay.
Quote that works on multiple levels. If you go to Durham, that's what it all smells like.
He wasn't coming here before. He ain't now. That's for sure.
He is remarkably good. B-Ball fan also says, how are we going to fill out the rest of the roster? We only have 12 players and one's a walk-on. Front court might need a depth piece. I don't think that we're going to add anybody to the roster. I think we are done at this point. But as I think Pat Kelsey said a couple weeks ago, you're always kind of looking. I think they would ideally like to keep it here, but if something happens, I don't want to use the Rick Pitino, Brian Bowen, he just fell into our lap phrase, but if something were to happen where somebody fell into our lap legally, I think we would be okay with that. But we're not actively pursuing anybody right now.
I will say I did glance at one of the recent articles by our man Jacob Polachek, and I guess he talked to Skip to Malou, and it seemed positive in our recruitment of him.
Yeah, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, but I agree.
The whole talk about him reclassifying, that struck me as a quote where he was just like, yeah, we may need to do that. I was like, I don't think you've even looked into if it's possible. Like,
would this might upset you or make you happy?
What?
Just looking at Jacob's Twitter account. I guess he just tweeted out just a couple minutes ago, about 25 minutes ago. Apparently, Chris Paul II has been hearing from Pat Kelsey and the Louisville staff. It's always great to hear from someone with a stature in coaching. Is the quote? Of course, I don't have to click on the article. Chris Paul II, Mike.
I mean, it makes sense. Pat Kelsey coached Chris Paul at Wake.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? I
mean, because he always brings up when he talks about his prowess with point guards. He's like, I've coached some of the best, and coach Chris Paul, coach this guy, coach that guy.
Didn't take a lot of coaching to make Chris Paul look good, but that's okay.
It didn't. He looks a lot like his dad.
He does, doesn't he?
Did you see the picture that was going around this weekend of Ja Rule's kid?
No.
Ja Rule's kid looks more like Ja Rule than Ja Rule now. Like he's graduating high school. His hair's going crazy. Like he looks way more than like Ja Rule. I'll have to send it to you.
That's a great quote though. He looks more like Ja Rule.
He does.
Ja Rule does.
He 100% does.
That's a good quote. Not as good as he smelled like Sudoku, but
Yeah. Chris Paul II, by the way, he's a 2028 guy, so we would.
Oh, we got some time.
Yeah, we got some time. He is a 4-star guard, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds. It's tiny. But is playing very, very well at Peach Dam apparently right now. So, again, not a shock that Pat Kelsey would want to get involved with the son of a player that he coached and I think maintains a good relationship with. So
I do find it. I don't want to say it shouldn't be surprised. I guess that every time I see Jacob or somebody else talking about like Louisville going after recruit, it's almost always a point guard.
Yeah,
I feel like every name I've seen, and maybe it's just because it's a Peach Jam thing. I don't know.
We've gone after a handful of other players.
Well, I know, and I'm sure I would like to think we will, but I feel like, I guess, like you said, point guard is important. What PK needs in this offense, we saw that last year with Mikal being out. So I'm okay with bringing in a good one.
Back to the YouTube chat here. A2 Atlantic says, was the picture of the swimming pool on your IG story at Trevor's aunt's house? Oh, no.
Well, first of all, that was, wait a minute, what?
He's talking. I had a story of my kids swimming from last
I thought
night.
he meant the one I put out was real. Like, that's AI, dude.
I saw your one on Twitter. We enjoyed that. It was great. But no, they were not swimming at Trevor's house. That pool, no.
So that was the other club you were at?
It was a different club. We're just clubbing it up. Just club hop.
You have I bet you have like 4. You remember like every club. You just go what's
literally
left.
not a club. It's
Everyone's least popular.
It's a pool at my sister-in-law's complex.
Is there a golf cart there? You own a golf cart there, don't you?
No. A2 Lance says Crystal Palmer's favorite part of the World Cup was seeing his favorite boy band BTS performing at halftime. 'Cause I'm at home in the stars tonight.
And you wonder why I question. I accept your willingness to name lyrics to anything. If I just
It's a catchy song. It was very popular like 6 years ago.
I don't know who that is. I know who they are because you taught me who they were.
Biggest band in the world.
Yeah.
BTS.
Apparently not, since I'd never heard of them, so they couldn't be that big. But
you didn't know when the Queen of England died, so.
Well, yeah, but that's the Queen of England. That's not a pop star.
I wouldn't expect you to know.
I mean, pop stars are above the Queen of England, right?
I would not expect you to know the biggest 10 bands in the world at this point.
Oh, I accept that challenge. Give it to me.
Like the biggest musical acts in the world right now? Okay. Biggest.
I accept this. This is a challenge. Yeah, I know we got stuff to get into. I accept this challenge, though.
I mean, you know who Taylor Swift is.
Of course.
You know who Bad Bunny is.
And yes.
Do you know
That's
who?
2, by the way.
Do you know who Billie Eilish is?
I know who Billie Eilish is. Yes, she sucks, but I know her.
Can you name a song?
Yeah, Bad Boy, and then whatever else.
Bad Boy?
Whatever Bad Mood, or whatever slow, draining wannabe pop crap her and her brother put out. Yeah, she sucks. I hate her. Go on. That's 3, though.
You do know. You knew 3. Do you know? Now you know who BTS is.
Yeah, that's 4, baby.
You know another K-pop band.
Blackpink.
What?
Pink Black.
There's no way.
Blackpink. Yep. Blackpink.
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 I'm gonna look this up. It's gonna be some phrase of this.
No, it's not. You're not gonna get like some virus on your computer because I gave you. They say Crystal.
See, I don't even know that.
Yeah.
All right. Blackpink.
You know the video you hate that shows me dancing in my Blue Jay sweatshirt?
I feel like you've played Blackpink before and told me about this band.
So that's I'm gonna have before, by the way.
Okay. You know 4 of the biggest bands in the world.
Yeah. I wonder if I can name all 10.
I mean, there's no list.
Oh, okay.
I mean, America has like a list. I mean, you know Bad Bunny from wrestling, right?
Well, yeah, I did.
And Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah. And I like I said, Eyelash I know just because I've heard her stuff.
Do you know Morgan Wallen?
Oh, that's the country guy.
Country guy, yeah. Brings out somebody for his concerts. Do you know Noah Khan?
Ooh. Now, are you sure you're not saying Nick or Tony? How many cons are popular nowadays?
Noah Khan.
I don't.
He's a big deal.
You sure you're saying Shaka Khan?
Noah.
I know Shaka Khan, but I don't know Noah.
Okay.
That's 1. Okay, I missed 1.
Do you know Luke Combs?
Oh, yeah, country guy.
He is a country guy.
I'm glad you're not asking me to name songs, though.
You know Drake?
Yes, I know Drake, obviously, yeah. Wheelchair Jimmy.
Do you know Somber?
I live it. What it's worth. Does that count?
And then Olivia Rodrigo.
Well, of course I know her now because of the show and stuff. Yeah.
There you go.
That's like 7. Like
you got like 6, 7 out of 10.
I accept your apology.
I apologize.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know how with that and a quarter will get me a phone call, but yeah.
Pruchiki says Tom Brady is an overrated fraud that was carried by elite defenses and incredible special teams luck, and I'll carry that to my grave.
Well, you'll be carrying it alone, dude. Listen, I hate Tom Brady for a lot of reasons, but it ain't because he ain't good.
Honestly, it was I tried to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl with the Bucs kind of where I was like, all right, I got to stop. Like, and I know that was one of the ones that was defense driven, but still, he won a Super Bowl with the Bucs, and he was pretty good.
Go back and look at some of the offense. I mean,
he made some great throws.
Yeah, he's decent. And also made me think. I watched a documentary on Lawrence Taylor over the weekend. The football life. It wasn't anything new, but it also reminded me. I've always said that Belichick just rode, the success of Brady as a head coach. Kind of just rode the success of one of the greatest defensive players of all time, and Lawrence Taylor is a defensive coach.
Ryan Keeling says, I feel like that Charlie from Always Sunny meme with the bulletin board every time I talk about the role of TV networks in my daily life. This whole ordeal is just another prime example. They are ruining everything.
It's a great episode of
It all goes back to Pepe Sylvia and TV network deals.
Got that song, that Bay Dow Wow song.
He says Day Bow Bow. Yeah. If the plan is to have 70+ completion percentage, then that tells me Joe Sloan is going to have him be a total checkdown merchant, just like Tom Brady.
It could be.
Extra Storage says the Transley slander is getting out of control, and then Benjamin says Transley slander actually hasn't gone far enough. It's not slander.
How did we slander
just didn't? Because they didn't give me a prostitute on my recruiting.
Well,
visit.
first of all, now hold on. It was an escort. We learned anything from Louisville situation. We don't use the P word.
Dancer.
The dancer.
They didn't send me to a Transley football game with a girl that was going to do stuff.
I think it was the liaison. I think is that the word I'm looking
liaison.
for? Yeah, that one. Yeah, lay on her. So I was thinking, maybe it just was. It wasn't anything to do with the school. It was just you weren't the big enough recruit.
Well, my buddy who I took the visit with did end up playing there for like 5 years. So they lured in one of us.
That's true.
We were together the whole time. I don't think he got any extra benefits that I didn't.
Well, you don't know that. He could have. Didn't probably take him long.
I'm in Franklin College. Only 2 schools that wanted me. Chose not.
Why'd you go to neither one?
Because I didn't. I wanted at the time. I wanted like a big a college experience. And I went to Dayton for 2 years, probably had too much of that experience, and then came back home to finish up at Bellarmine. Zach says
that's a good point.
They did plug that new movie, Digger, that Cruise is in. It looks like an insane movie. Okay, that makes more sense.
Is there a new movie or something?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, for Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I didn't know I wonder if it's any good.
Real quick, before we go to break, let's try to get through the YouTube. Boxy Brown says, I've been playing the new CFB 27. It's stupid how overpowered Isaac Brown is. I'm jonesing too hard for football right now. Also, people that play as Ohio State in multiplayer are scum, okay? And then B-Ball fan says, any thoughts on most rosters being 15 players and we only have 12? We got annoyed with PK for redshirting guys, not filling out a full roster when we haven't had the best injury luck is something. I think we're going to play fewer guys this year because I think we're going to play a little bit slower. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised that we didn't take 1 or 2 more guys just to fill out the roster.
I would be okay bringing 1 or 2 more guys in.
I would too, but I don't think they're going to. Let's take a break. When we come back, final segment. We'll run through the Gameday Men's Health text line. We'll make some predictions for the night ahead in sports, and then we will call it a day. It's the Rutherford Show, and we're back after this here on 1450 and 96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson, and Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry. 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's C-O-L-Y-E-R Law Firm. Call today.
Louisville football fans, the 2026 schedule is here. Head coach Jeff Brom and company are set to host 6 home games in the fall, including ACC matchups against SMU and Florida State. Visit gocards.com/FBinfo to learn more about a season ticket plan that best suits your needs.
Check the backseat. Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Your next company or group outing is waiting with Louisville Bats Baseball. With options to fit any budget, Louisville Slugger Field is the perfect place to host your group's event. From suites to all-you-can-eat areas to simply enjoying a night out together, let a Bats group representative help you plan the perfect night at the ballpark. There's no better place to connect with clients or enjoy time out of the office with the team. Games are filling up fast. To get started on your outing, contact a real person at 502-212-BATS or visit batsbaseball.com.
Roosters is the place to watch your favorite teams play. From college to the pros, Roosters has all the games. Plus, you're going to love the food at Roosters. Come watch the games and enjoy 79-cent boneless wings every Monday. Roosters with 6 Kentuckiana locations: Dixie Highway, Preston Highway, Fern Creek, Shelbyville Road, Springhurst, and in Clarksville.
There's not a better feeling to have a smile on your face after getting your car serviced. That's how it works at Consolidated Tire and Auto Care. Serving Kentuckiana for over 3 decades, fixing brakes, putting tires on, and servicing your car. And now, from a new and improved location at 3305 Preston Highway. Want to get your car running right and keep it that way? Get to Consolidated Tire and Auto Care, 3305 Preston Highway. Got a question? You can call them at 456-2220. Consolidated Tire and Auto Care, total car care, and the best brake job in town.
All eyes on Tuesday, a wave weather alert day. 2 rounds of storms possible, the first moving out of southern Indiana into Kentucky through the mid to late morning hours, and then another round could re-energize later in the afternoon. We'll keep our eyes open. On Wednesday, things are quieter, calmer, and cooler. Temperatures back in the lower 80s. From the Wave Storm Tracking Team, I'm Kevin Harnett.
This is Dugan Ryan. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about how we can help grow your business and have your business's brand associated with Big X Sports Radio. Give me a call today at 812-725-1457.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk, The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM, WXVW Jeffersonville.
Circling sky, tongue-tied, twisted, just an earthbound distance.
Final segment of the Monday edition of the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. We're about 2 hours away from tip-off between the Ville and La Familia in Game 2 of the first round of the TBT. That'll be coming your way from Freedom Hall, historic Freedom Hall. And if you want to watch, if you can't make it out to the building, FS1 will have the television coverage. You can check it out there. I believe they'll also have radio coverage on our partners over at 93.9 The Ville. So no excuse not to follow along as the Ville team looks to force a Game 3, which we played Wednesday at 6, back at non-historic Memorial Coliseum in Lexington.
I always want to call it more historic Freedom Hall, right?
We can do that. We can call it historic Memorial Coliseum if we're allowed to say more historic Freedom Hall. I'm fine with that.
Because it is more historic, though, right?
Oh, without question. No question about it. We've hosted Final Fours.
Yeah, it's had what, 5 Final Fours?
At least. Back in the day, it was always here. A lot of NCAA tournament games over the years. Yeah, definitely more historic.
You know what else is historic?
Are you gonna do? You literally cut me off to do your read before I can do my read.
I was setting you up for it.
Well, I mean, you're gonna do the golf cart. I've got to call your law firm.
Oh, you go first.
Okay, thank you. Hey, if you've been hurt in an accident or on the job, only one place to go here locally. It's the Collier Law Firm. Tony Collier and the crew. They're ready to help you out. They all have several years of experience working for the insurance companies. They got their playbook. They know how to use it. Also, at the Collier Law Firm, they got your back, not your wallet. That's why their attorney fees start at 25%. You go to a bigger firm, they might make you sign a piece of paper that's going to put 40, 45, 50% of your recovery money back into their pocket. The Collier Law Firm would never do that to you. Give them a call today at 502-736-8141 or go online to collierlawfirm.com. That's COLYER lawfirm.com. Hurt in an accident or hurt on the job, call your law firm.
Kind of wish Collier was able to do law in Illinois. To save me some money.
I'm waiting for you to do yours.
No. Oh, my bad.
I thought you were going to transition.
I got distracted because I was thinking about that, and it got me.
You know what else makes you distracted?
What else?
Golfing.
Well, you know what? Some of us don't always have to leave the state to go golfing like you do in your country club life. A lot of us have to go, and to get into these clubs, have to have the best deal since, I don't know.
These are all golf courses in Indiana, by the way, besides one. They are not in the state.
Shut up, Mike, man. I'm trying to. Okay? Please.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. Big X golf cart, which is, I mean, I guess I don't. It's so good. Mike would even buy one. He didn't look down on it like he does everything else I do. It's the Valley View. That's in Indiana. You're right. Damn, you weren't lying about this.
Besides Park Mammoth.
Park Mammoth, Old Capitol, Wooded View, This is the worst read ever. Woodview, Elk Run, Valley View, Christmas Lake in Santa Claus, Indiana, and Brightleaf Golf Club. All courses, all under $25 each. I mean, it's the deal. Like it is the dream deal right there. Go to bigxsportsradio.com. I think we've got like 3 or 4 left, maybe not many left.
Almost done.
So if you do want to get one, you got to get one. And just for a bonus, not only do we get one, you get not one. How many do you get, Mike?
4.
4 tickets to Louisville Bats on us. Go watch who's going to replace Hunter Green once they trade him. Go see the new next big thing. And if you call now within the next hour, we will include a Rutherford Show picture of me and him autographed for you.
You have to give the number.
812-725-1457. Hands up. I'm not even reading that off the screen. I got it memorized.
812-725-1457 or bigxsportsradio.com. You'll see that link right there at the very top of the page. And then all the now outdated logos for the live shows behind them, including Running with Roman and Roman's recap.
Buy a card so we can update our website.
I mean, look, it took 4 years almost to get the intro to Mike Rutherford off the front page. And these logos aren't going anywhere in the next 2 years.
Yeah,
I can guarantee that.
Don't say it happen. How many of these courses have you played?
Park
Mammoth?
I think just 2. I've never played Park Mammoth, and it's apparently awesome. I played Valley View. I played Old Capitol. I just remember being super hungover when we got up from we played a very nice course, and then I got hungover, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And Danny just kept being like, "You think you're better than Old Capitol?" And we played. I was not better than Old Capitol.
He probably does.
Old Capitol was better than me. Danny's in a golf league. I don't want to hear from him.
Is he really?
Yes.
He's good?
No.
Oh.
But he plays in a fancy golf league in Columbus.
He's good. He's in the league.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with other people that aren't that good either. He won it. He won the first. He's all thumping his chest about how he won it. But anyways, buy the golf cart.
Why he has no time for do podcasts?
You're not wrong. It's a great deal. We have a lot of text to get to. Not a lot of time to make that happen. 502-414-1450 is the Gameday Men's Health text line. Let's see what you guys had to say. Boney Dumper says Will Stein's comments today will either become some Kroger brand Google me moment for UK fans or age horribly. They are acting like it's the Signetti quote. Google me, I win. They're acting like this is his thing. I mean, if he does...
Not even close, by the way.
No, it's not nearly as catchy. But if they do win, they will retweet that and they'll use it a lot. And if they don't, rival fans like us will throw it in their face. No question about it.
Do you think him and Luckett had that set up to do it on purpose so he could get that quote?
Are you calling out Adam Luckett here?
You think there was conspiracy there a little bit maybe with KSR and
I don't think so, but maybe.
Stein? Okay.
Maybe. Texas, please tell Trevor to shut the hell up. Every time you start a story your audience might want to hear from you, he interrupts. He needs to be reminded it's not his show, or he needs to be replaced.
2 things, and I'll interrupt you by saying this. 1, no one wants to hear the story. That's just, no one. Trust me.
Don't think that's true.
I don't need to be reminded the name on the show. You remind me daily. He texted me on Saturday, just a reminder. It's the
not true.
Yeah, it's the only time I get text from Mike.
It's not true. Didn't happen. Texas, how long do you think Will Stein's overly confident shtick will last? At least a couple years. I mean, if they go 3-9 or 4-8, which is I think is worst case scenario for them, I can't see them going 2-10. I think that he will play it off as just wait, kind of do the Mark Stoops thing. We're recruiting really well. We had a tough schedule this year. It's more about what I was left with than it is about me. But I think if you have back-to-back years where you go 3-9 and you don't win more than 4 games in either one of those seasons, then it becomes impossibly difficult to do the chest out shtick. Even if your message is just be patient with me, he'll have to be a little bit more tempered in what he says. But right now, I think it's what fans want to hear.
At that point, he'll be wait till next year.
Yeah, probably. Jason, Mike, I've heard you allude to KP golfing too much while he was here a few times. May I ask, to what extent, to your knowledge, did this go? How negligent did he get with golfing? Would he just do it as opposed to regular coaching duties regularly? Yes. I mean, I think you can ask anybody who was working at the U of L Golf Club from the years of, 2023 through 2025, how often they saw him. Was there a lot? I mean, very friendly, very nice. You probably don't need to be having extensive personal relationships with the people at the U of L Golf Club, though, if you're trying to field a competitive basketball program.
Any good?
I would hope so.
That's kind of was like, can they at least be successful in something other than kissing Calipari's butt?
Yeah. I mean, look, he's gotten a long way kissing Calipari's butt. He's making a significant amount of money this year to be a coach who does nothing on Arkansas's bench.
How's that any different in his Louisville tenure?
You're not wrong. And we're both paying him still. Texas, one more year. Texas, regarding a Friday topic, there was a show in the 90s called Growing Pains with a character named Boner. We're both familiar.
First of all,
who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah, and it was the 80s, not the 90s. I mean, did it maybe end in the 90s?
Growing Pains ended in the 90s, though.
Yeah, I think it was 92. You might be right, yeah.
Let me look that up.
I would bet it ended in 92 at the latest.
That sounds about right. 92, 85 to 92. Don't come on. Trevor Kelsey's right. I mean, who do you think you're talking to? Was the title of the
sing the theme song?
Was the title of the show and name of this character a result of a bad reaction to Viagra? Could be. I do still think it was. I mean, because boner was a known phrase even back then. It wasn't as ubiquitous as it is now. But the fact that they had a character, like I've never known anybody named Boner. Right?
Especially with Crampton Kirk, who's like all like 100% Jesus and everything.
It seems very strange.
Yeah,
very strange.
Because I think didn't he marry? I think the girl he was on the show, his girlfriend on the show. I think they ended up marrying him. Yeah.
Texas Mike, this is Babu. I'm legitimately mad. Every practice is always recorded so coaches can break it down later, and I promise these 2 games will be recorded by a student manager from the upper deck. It doesn't take much to create a YouTube channel and go live from that camera. Come on. Come on!
Question, if we can't get it live, could they show it like the next day?
I mean, I would take that.
I would be. I know they're
like the texter says. You know they're filming it for coaching purposes. Like, just put that video online.
I mean, for what it's worth, we won't be able to watch it live anyway because we're going to be on the air during both games.
Do we think that Pat Kelsey doesn't want this out? Maybe is that maybe part of it?
Well, that can't make me feel good about the season. Then, if that's the case,
it's not like there's like I mean, unless we're unveiling an entirely new offense, in which case, like teams will see it early November anyway. Are we that worried about, was it Morehead State that we're opening the season against?
Who is it?
I know we have 2 kind of nobodies to open the season against. I think it's Morehead, and I know we're playing that opening Monday. It's November 2nd. I want to say it's Morehead that we're playing. Texas Cole Covision apparently going to attempt to stream the games, but only in 16-bit. I would take it. Anything.
I don't know what that is.
Texas, according to Trevor's logic, the Bahamas is the same thing as Japan because they're islands with beaches. Got it. Kind of pointless to discuss because we all know Trevor's favorite island, FC.
Oh, that's not my favorite. Come on. I thought he would have said Fire Island personally. I would have gone with that joke, but that's okay.
Texture says, I also don't care for Brady. My theory is he's doing it because his teenage kids are Paul fans. Because of the divorce, daddy being a goat isn't cool enough for the kids, and he's expanding his dating pool. I like this theory. I don't think that's the worst take on this whole thing.
No, it's probably not.
You know, his kids didn't get a chance to like really see him play, so he's trying to desperately assert his relevance by doing a wrestling thing that his kids do think is cool because he's an absentee father.
Which probably baffles me because I didn't even know. I only knew Jake Paul as I thought he was just an indie wrestler when I first. I had no idea he was actually supposed to be a pseudo celebrity,
big streamer.
Yeah, I don't count that as celebrity.
Well, that's what it is now. I do like. I mean, yeah,
that's like reality TV star to me.
How do you make up for your kids starting to learn that you cheated on their mom while she was pregnant?
Be president?
Slap Jake Paul in the face. It's overcompensation. He's trying whatever he can. Texas, I'm a casual soccer fan. I've been to a few Lou City games, and I got really into the World Cup. Is soccer the only sport where if a player gets ejected, another player can't sub in? In football, you get a sub. Basketball ejection, you get a sub. It really takes away from the suspense having an extra player advantage. It's a pretty lame rule. Is there another sport where if you get ejected, they don't get to have a replacement?
Not that I know of. I never thought about that either, but that's true. Yeah,
that was one of those where, my wife asks questions when we're watching sports that, like, I know I'm not going to give her an answer where she's going to be like, oh, okay. It's always going to end with her saying it's dumb.
Did you have to explain the whole, it's down to 10, but it's really 9 because one is the goalie?
Well, I had to explain, which I feel like we've had this conversation probably every 4 years.
Yeah, I know.
Where she's like, they don't get to replace the player? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, why? I'm like, because it's the rules. Well, that's dumb. I'm like, yeah. I knew that's where the conversation was going.
Should they change the rule?
I kind of like it.
I don't hate it. I mean, as long as you're strict enough with what you give a red card to. I mean,
yeah, it's the same. Yeah, for sure.
Don't give it out because you sneezed on it. And I guess in Messi's case, covered his mouth while talking trash.
it's unique enough to the sport, and it's been that I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Texas says, one man can make this right. Dan Rad, Chicken Knowles. Put out the word to our guy, and I know he can find a way to get us camera access to the games in the Bahamas. I can't believe it's been 15 years since the summer of Chicken Knowles, where we took over the internet with our love for a player that Louisville was not even recruiting, and we'd made Louisville. we turned him into a Louisville recruit. He still will respond to some of my stuff on Instagram, which I appreciate. Super nice guy. But, yeah, maybe he could help us out. Bahamas own, Chicken Knowles. Texter says, a little dumper. How did you know who that was? Now I need to know who the little dumper is.
Wait a minute, is that the name of your friend?
That's the name of my friend, who we will not name on the show.
I won't say it, yeah.
Yeah. Texas, this just in.
Hilarious, though.
Yeah, it's very funny. Man who thinks the Bahamas and the Dominican Republic are the same place because they are islands and have beaches is unable to tell the difference between documentaries and reality TV. More to come as we follow this developing story.
Well, first of all, Bahamas, Dominican Republic are no, Dominican Republic's up north, isn't it? Are they both in the south, South Beach area? Dominican Republic's near New York, isn't it?
No.
Where the hell is it?
Dominican Republic, it's a...
And if you say in the Dominican, I swear I'm going to come into that room and smack you. It'll be live on YouTube, but I'll do it.
It's, it's by, Haiti. Bahamas, Puerto Rico.
Okay, so it's in the same area.
It's not anywhere near New York.
Well, no, but originally I said it's in the same area. Then I was saying...
You said it's up north by New York.
Just
Do you think
now.
that because there are a lot of Dominicans in New York?
First of all...
That's a yes.
I'm pleading the fifth on that one. Second, I said that secondary because I originally thought it was near Bahamas. And the way you were acting, I thought it was well, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you said it's up north.
I just did say that. Originally, I said they're near each other in the same area, though.
Oh,
and you went silent.
I thought you said, isn't it north?
And as you went silent, I followed up with that going, oh, my bad, is it up north? Apparently, I was right the first time.
Yeah.
So it is in the same area. So what's all this hate for if it's all in the same area?
Because they're still very different. They're different places.
They're both in the same Florida Keys Islands. It's tomato.
Texas, I was there. I threw bills and I paid for T-Will. Okay, put the banner back up. Normal kid. Right there. Texas, no. Texas, do you think it's possible this Bahamas trip isn't being streamed because PK doesn't want it to be? We brought that up 5 minutes ago. It doesn't make much sense, but I just can't think of another reason why they wouldn't make the accommodations to make it happen. I mean, all I'm getting from people that I'm asking is just people pointing fingers at each other. So
no, everybody's just passing the buck. No one's going to take blame for it.
Yes.
So who do we blame in that scenario?
I don't know. All I know is that it can be done.
Okay.
It can be done. Texas, more Skinner trip.
Okay. I mean, maybe on another day. I'm surprised that wasn't from Krista Plummer. No offense.
It was not. Texter says, Favreau guy here. Again, I don't know who Favreau guy is. You can't just give yourself this name without.
I just pictured John Favreau is all I'm saying. I mean,
whether
he's
Favreau
so little.
Summer radio story for you all. The name might be familiar to you all. I'm not sure your all's familiarity with NBA coaching ranks, but Tyler Lashbrook, an Owensboro native, played high school ball at Apollo, a WKU graduate, was a finalist for the Trailblazers head coaching job after Splitter was signed in Chicago, seemingly a name on the rise in the NBA. That's cool. Shout out to Owensboro.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I saw where Splitter got the job. But
Apollo High, stand up.
Cool.
WKU grad.
Yeah, better than Rick Chapman.
Texas, I came across this over the weekend. # Trevor was right. Did you know Texas is so large you can fit the United States, the moon, and another Texas inside of
right.
it? Incredible! All of the United States and the moon and Texas can fit inside of Texas.
Yeah, and wait a minute, huh?
What a graphic. See that graphic? It's incredible.
I do now.
Unbelievable.
You had me until you started the third one in there. Texas fits into, between that and the Bahamas, Dominican being
so
all
wait,
right.
The United States fitting inside of Texas wasn't the giveaway, but Texas fitting inside of Texas was the giveaway?
That's a good point. Not my sharpest day. It's got a case of the Mondays over here. I'm killing off the new Jack. I'm blaming Brady.
R.I.P. to New Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dwayne Ward.
And Dwayne Ward too now.
Tough day. Texas, you forgot about Ella Langley. Trevor, are you familiar with Ella Langley?
I am familiar with Ella Langley. Yes,
She's from Texas, I can tell by the way he's two-stepping around the room. Earworm. Texas, if you're struggling to go to sleep, go watch The Odyssey.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, I was well rested before going. Incredibly mid. Breaking news, war sucks, and you should be nice to people.
It's a movie. Are you going to go see it in theaters?
This is the first negative review I've had. Like, I've had friends, again, who I feel like I see eye to eye with on stuff like this.
Okay.
And every single one that's seen it has reported back very positive reviews.
The only other review I saw was our man TJ Walker said he liked it. But then he followed it up and said it was on the same tier as Troy and Gladiator. Which, I'm sorry.
Troy and Gladiator are not on similar tiers.
Gladiator's good. Troy is crap.
I will agree with you there.
One of the few movies I've ever walked out on. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I'm done. I'll be in the car smoking. Like, I don't want Odyssey. I don't like Christopher Nolan, so I'll watch it maybe if it's on HBO one night, but that's the extent. Will you go and see it?
I'd like to, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to hear your review. I mean,
we were talking about trying to do an IMAX when we're on this trip this week, but I don't think we can.
I mean, if it's just one of those movies that you just have to see because it's like special effects, I'm past that. I'm good. I want some. It has to at least have dialogue in it.
Well, it's The Odyssey. There's going to be a story. Ohio guy says, speaking of the Cubs, did you know Dennis Gates will be singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during their 7th inning stretch? Also, are you sad that your fellow USBWA colleague Mike DeCourcy is retiring after 30 years? I talked about DeCourcy retiring. I also no longer am in the USBWA. They got tired of tracking me down.
You don't pay your $50 fees?
Well, I was on the board, and I wouldn't pay my $50 fees.
I'm not kidding about it. That's what it is.
I know.
Yeah.
But they put me on the board, and I was like, you can do it. I was like, I don't really want to pay for this, though. Like, I'm not getting anything out of this, really. And then finally, they just, they stopped tracking me down.
I only did it as a producer because you would get the books with all the contact info in it. Like, as a producer, I'm trying to find guests regularly.
Yeah. The little thing, book helps.
Yeah, and I just remember I ran into somebody one time, buddy of mine. He was just like, he bragged to me he was a member, and I'm like, congratulations. I'm like,
I mean, the board.
So am I, but it's because I paid $25 for each sport. I mean,
the board thing, I guess I could put on my resume, but all I had to do was be on conference calls where Seth Davis just talked the entire time, and then people said yay or nay, and I just said whatever everybody else said. That was it.
Well, they also did send you a free Phil Steele magazine, and you got 10% off at the Marriott.
Well, for the basketball thing, being on the board, I got to pick the USBWA Player of the Week once a year.
Ooh!
And so I think I gave it to a kid from Army because I always wanted to go with the mid majors. And then you got to vote for. I still got to vote for Player of the Year, but nobody cares about that award. I'm a Naismith voter. That's the big one. Texture says, Speedy Tom says, you wish the Collier Law Firm was in Illinois, Trevor. Did I not do good enough for you? I'll be sure to tell them to withhold your chicken tenders the next time you go around.
I'm just saying. You were worth every penny, my man. Just a lot more pennies than Tom would have. The other Tom would have charged me, maybe.
Chris Plummer says, golf trips, lakeside, country club, tankless water heater. You can't hide money, Mike. He's an elite, Trevor. I tried to tell you.
You're right, Chris.
Are tankless water heaters fancy? We literally was in the house. We didn't put it in.
Yeah. Is it?
I mean, the other one we had at the old house I know was not fancy because I had to relight that ignition 5 times.
I mean, the fact it's a tankless water heater sounds pretty damn fancy to me.
I guess. Doesn't work fancy.
I got to heat my water with a tank.
Text that whoever told Trevor to shut the hell up needs to shut the hell up.
Ooh, yeah.
Happy 8 weeks back in our ears, bestie. I don't like the way that's phrased.
It makes you think of the Family Guy skit. when you go black, you go deaf.
Texas, Billie Eilish is the Trevor Kelsey of pop stars.
I kind of agree with that, which is weird but true.
I like Billie Eilish.
I don't care. She just
Texture says the Dominican Republic and Niagara Falls. Same thing, same place.
But I was right the first time. They're right next to each other, so I don't know why I got mocked so bad.
Well, because you said it was right next to New York.
The second time, but originally you mocked me when I said it was next to Bahamas.
I didn't mock you. I didn't say anything.
Same difference.
No, I did. No, it's not.
Your silence is a mocking.
No, it's not. I'm just going to be quiet. Texas Lazard guy says the Odyssey's first 2 hours are a snooze fest. Well, I don't like hearing that.
But the movie's
3 hours long.
I would say it's Christopher Nolan, so it's probably 4 hours
It is 3 hours long, I think. All right, we got to make some picks.
Was boring.
We got to make some picks. You don't like Oppenheimer? I never saw it.
It was just boring. I thought it was, again, it's Christopher Nolan pretentious stuff.
We got picks brought to you by our guy Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. Call Chad Hennessy at InsureMax today, 502-479-4085. Full slate of games tonight, at least in the sports that are actively participating. But the biggest one is coming up in about an hour and a half, which is the TBT Game 2. It's the Ville versus La Familia, the Cats alumni, and mostly non-Cats alumni, took game one with a 72-68 final score. Tonight, we're in historic Freedom Hall for a 7 o'clock tip on FS1. Trev, do the Cardinal alumni get some revenge tonight and set up an all-encompassing game 3 on Wednesday night?
I hope so, because what else we're going to watch on Wednesday night?
Yeah,
really. Well, AEW, I guess. Yeah, I think Louisville gets. I agree with you. I think there could be some reasoning for questioning some calls maybe at some point throughout the game. But you know what? It's a TBT. Get over yourself. I think Louisville wins this game. Can you win it without the Elam ending?
Well, no. The Elam ending is always there.
Oh, God, I hate that thing. Okay, well, we're going to win anyway.
I think we're going to win. I'm going to say handily tonight.
Ooh, handily.
I think we win by double figures. Give me the Cards alumni by 11. I'll say David Johnson bounce back performance leads us in scoring. Trez also plays well, and we set up a game 3 in Lexington on Wednesday.
Russ puts up a double-double with assists and points.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's going to play long enough for that to happen, but we'll see. We got no monies with Dalton Pence tonight, so we've got nothing coming up next.
No. Oh, did you say no? Okay, I thought you did say it. Okay, my bad.
Right.
My bad. You were right.
So what do we have coming up next?
We've got a little replay, and then we've got some national coming up.
All right.
Well, of course, then the Cardinal Insider, but that'll be pushed back until 7. So.
Right. Everybody enjoy your evenings. We're back tomorrow at 2:30. Until then, go Cards.
Can't keep my eyes from the sun.